Hi, this is Bobby, the Dungeon Master for Times Angels. That's a working title, by the way. It may change, let's hope not. Just wanted to go over some stuff with you before we get into the video. First off, this first part is just going to be going over all the characters' backstories to get you guys up to speed. You do not have to watch it if you want to experience it the same way the players do. That's absolutely fine. Also, the players, if you're watching this, you should probably skip it because it's kind of a spoiler for the other... Yeah, anyway, also you may notice during the video I blur the screen every now and then. That is just because Roll20 is working off my web browser and I have some private bookmarks and stuff and passwords pop up occasionally, so better safe than sorry and just blur it. Also of note, we actually switched to Foundry about the 5th session, I think, so that'll change. Also, we're playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition with some slightly modified rules. I don't know if I go over it, but short rest is going to be 3 hours instead of 1 hour, and then long rest is still 8. I modified some spells, so... Also, one of our players is pretty much completely new. Nanuk's player is... This is, like, I think his second time playing D&D, so give him a little slack as well. Other than that, enjoy the mostly uncut first session of our Homebrew campaign. Nanuk never cared for shoes, his bare feet much more useful in reading the forest floors. The pack, who had raised him from a child, had taught him better. He had learned that relying on the creations of man would often net a hunter as a meal for a wolf or a bear or another druid, perhaps. His home may not have been as kind and nurturing as most of our mothers had been, but it did give him strength. The same strength that others in the Circle of the Moon had been using against Vegdom, the city that tore at and violated the earth for its gems and stoneworks. One day the city had enough of its hunters going missing and decided it was time to conquer nature once and for all. And so they burrowed and they ripped through the trees until nothing was left. Those that had opposed them were all but wiped out, and Nanuk had nowhere to go. And so he decided to set out. Perhaps just in seek of greener pasture, or perhaps in seek of more power. Power to restore a balance that had been tipped. Being the youngest child is difficult. Being the youngest in a family of dragonborn is worse. From the beginning, Oldak's father had instilled in him that weakness would not be tolerated in the Axor family. That notion living inside his mind constantly, as he is often addressed to as the runt of the litter. Nevertheless, when the time rolled around for his rite of passage, a common ceremony for the new adult members of the congregation, and for someone of his status, all but a requirement, he was tasked with finding the Platinum Dragon's great lost relic, something that most of the world has forgotten about, and even the congregation considers a myth. As such, most are expected to fail, and the journey is more of a building exercise. But Oldak? His plans don't involve failure. He is about to prove himself once and for all. Alone for most of her younger years, Faelar kept secluded from the other children and even her family. Raised in the extremely modest environment that her human mother and elfin father could muster up as lower-class workers. While not with ungrateful intent, she couldn't help but wonder, is this it? Is my place in this world just serving the city until I perish? Thoughts like this brought out that voice that she has always tried so hard to suppress, until one day, she listened to it. Afterwards, she found herself taking shelter in the woods outside the city, though it wasn't long until she was discovered by a little tucked-away village. That was the first time she had discovered a community that had given their lives to something bigger than themselves. There, her interest in their deity Savras eventually turned into devotion, for who better than the god of destiny to help her find her purpose in this life. Unfortunately, she had to make hasty goodbyes, both to the new friends she had made and to those who had helped her learn the expertise of the paladin, for the city she originated from had grown close, too close. And so she sets out. This time, not running though. This time, she is searching for answers. At birth, Mursh narrowly avoided the life of relative comfort that his human family would have provided him. He accomplished this from being discovered by his mother as the bastard half-orc son of a rival chieftain, resulting from an earlier raid that year on their village. Discarded, he bounced between jobs frequently, most requiring a certain strength that a half-orc could provide. At age 16, in a town in Zakara, he was discovered by Admiral Zealous roaming the alleyways. Zealous was a member of the Order of the Elemental Souls Water sect, who believed in helping those troubled find their way in life. Personally taken under his wing, Mursh learned the ways of the elemental monks. He trained his body and mind vigorously over 3 years to make something more of himself for those who had reached out to him. And so, when he returned from a journey to town for supplies, to find the sect completely eradicated, he found himself heartbroken, with only the closure of burying the man who had taught him everything, and an emblem with a strange arcane symbol on it. Mursh sets out to discover the other 3 sects that he was told that he would one day be able to visit. Instead now, it is his turn to help the Order. Alright. Will.
Yes.
You hear the gnarling of a pack of wolves all around you, and you hear the screaming of 2 other individuals. You only know that you need to run, but you can't move, so you crawl away. You crawl away towards a body of water, and you sink. And you just keep sinking. And you wake up in a cold sweat, gasping for air. Here. You want to go ahead and drag your token on the board?
Yeah. I'm gonna look around to see what's around me. Yeah. Token-wise, it looks a little bit weird.
God damn, Kailey.
Looks a lot better in portrait form. Now looking at his neck, it's a fucking giraffe. In the hair. So funny.
None of the beds are occupied except, of course, you remember that, pronounce your name for me, Kailey?
Faelar.
Faelar is fast asleep in the bed across the room from you.
What is the last thing I remember before I went to sleep?
You remember bedding down for the night quite tired. You don't really appreciate the sea. As much as you've been on it, you've gotten used to it, but it's still, turbulent. And being on it all the time isn't exactly the most pleasant thing, even to a sailor like yourself. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
Alright, I'm gonna go try and find some clean water just to get something to drink for a minute. Probably fully awake from the nightmare at this point.
Sure. Yeah.
Actually, no, not clean water. I'm gonna go try and find some rum.
Alright. Gonna go ahead and reveal this whole room for you. And you're moving out into the crew quarters, basically?
Yeah, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, go ahead. Can you not move your token? Okay.
I can, I was just mapping it out, so it just was along the path.
Gotcha.
I would know where the kitchen is at this point, right?
Yeah, this is actually, generally speaking, where the majority of the social events happen, which includes eating and, drinking bouts.
I guess I'll just take a bottle of rum, sit at this table, and there's a map right there.
Yeah. This is actually a map charting where the main nation that you came off of, which is, actually I had it written down somewhere, but I forgot. Yeah, it was Nibelia, Nibelia. Nothing really of note. It's your average mixed race kingdom. The current time period, you all know, is fairly peaceful. There's not a lot of major war going out, just your normal, inter-nation civil strife stuff, medieval times. But yeah, everything world-wise is more or less peaceful at this point. Oh yeah, and the map is sorry, it's charting a course through the ocean. There's not really anything between you and the smaller island peninsula nation thing that you're going to. It's not a little island. It's kind of like Hawaii.
So like an island cluster.
Yeah, like a big island cluster. If that makes any sense, or I guess like Cuba then. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm just going to kind of look at the map, see if I can figure out how long we have left on the trip.
Sure. You are smack dab in the middle. It's been about 3 months, I believe. Let's see, wind spelling speed. Yeah, somewhere around 3 months. You got 3 to go.
No, 3 months of this bullshit. Do I hear a storm top deck?
Yes, it is storm a brewing. It's the fucking ocean. You're in the middle of it, so this isn't really anything new. Like I said, you're probably not happy about it, but you know how to handle it.
Yeah, I'll just take another swig of rum, head upstairs, and start helping out where it's needed.
Sure. That's that, and then we're going to go ahead and give you this whole midsection. And this whole section.
So, I'd be right here.
Yeah, I gotta wipe these tokens if you can see them, but relics of a past time.
Yeah.
Did I hear about a relic?
you keep it calm there, whatever your name is.
Calm down, Oldak. There's no cocaine.
Oldak, there's no cocaine. Well, actually, what's the name of your ship that you're currently a crew member on, Will? You would know more than any of us.
The Juniper.
Cool. And how long have you been a crew member of the Juniper?
I would have probably been a crew member for probably 5 months. 5 months or so. Got picked up on the way back from their last voyage.
Gotcha. Sorry, I'm trying to find my fucking pirate boys. There he is. Start populating this bitch. So yeah, you're up on top deck now. It rains pounding, but you know, sea is tolerable.
I will just kind of, probably more mindlessly than anything at this point, just see where they need a hand, whether it be navigation, just keeping sails, under control, and just start helping out wherever I need to. Kind of pull my own weight.
Right, sure. And that brings us to, let's see. Who's next? So you all roll d20s. I can't pick. Just a straight d20.
We all roll d20s?
Yep.
Is that what you said?
Everyone except Will. Since he's already awake. Cool. Fuzz is the next one to awake, and he will be... Which one are you? You don't have a token. Fuck. Do you have a token?
No, I can make one real fast. Do I just do it the same way as I did before?
Yeah, it should be. In that case, I'm gonna pass it to the next one. Lane, you're up. Nope, that's not you. Fuck. Sorry, Kailey, you're up. You're already on the board, by the way.
Alright, so it's just like beds and shit around me?
Yep, you're in one of the sleeping quarters. It's nothing fancy, like even less so than a normal transport ship would be. This boat's not exactly big or luxurious, being that none of you can really afford that at the moment.
Alright, I now have a token.
Cool.
I'm going... So you said the map's tracking our journey?
The map has more or less been marked to indicate the main, like, when somebody notices that you passed something that indicates, plus star tracking. Like, yeah, more or less you know where you are.
Okay. Where are we going?
Going to a different nation. What is this other nation called? Ba 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 ba.
Nice. I love blah, 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 blah.
Iscar. Iscar. Sorry.
Do I know anything about this place or no?
Sure, roll me history. Like, if you want to know a lot. The gist of it is that it's a small, little, tightly knit nation. They don't really do a lot of tourism or anything. You kind of have to have a reason to be there.
Alright.
Was that an 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
About that.
that's about to the extent, you don't know any of their customs or anything, because, like I said, this is a small, very private little nation, so they don't do a lot of international news or anything. You're lucky to get there.
You said it's like storming and shit?
Yeah, how's your constitution, actually?
What do you mean, how's my constitution?
What's your constitution? God. Surprisingly, the sailor doesn't have many constitution, which is why I kind of ragged on him about the whole sea thing. Oh, wait.
Yeah, my
Kailey's
constitution's,
Jesus, so it doesn't matter.
I'm 14.
Yeah. Actually, all your constitutions are fine, so none of you are, like, really, really bothered by it. The ones that are newer to seafaring, whichever of you that may be, not, like, the best, but you're not sick or anything.
And what time is it again?
If you had to guess, somewhere in the middle of the night, probably like 1 to 3 a.m.
The middle of the night? Oh, well then I'm gonna go up. Is there like any kind of portholes to look out or anything?
There are... Let me check the bottom. Not really. There's the grate that leads to the top, but there's nothing like on the sides, because there's no cannons or anything.
I'm just gonna go to the top and study some stars and shit.
Sure. The top's the bottom one and the second from bottom one. The second from bottom one's like the lower deck of the top, and then the other one shows the 2 top crow's nests. Or, you know, that steering wheel's huge. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's not that big. You see Jiminy Cricket back there steering this boat with the fucking mega wheel?
Oh, holy shit, that's a wheel!
Yeah, I don't know
The
what's...
wheel's 15 feet in diameter.
Holy shit!
He having a blast. I think this boat might... It might supposed to be smaller, but...
I think it
The
is.
ship was originally made for stone giants.
But, like, the beds look right and everything, so I don't know. The barrels are small as fuck compared to people. It's just that steering wheel is fucked.
That's so funny, I didn't even realize.
I saw it and I was like, God, I hope no one notices, but I figured it was better to bite the bullet. Anyway, moving on to... Unless you want to do anything else?
Nope, I'm just gonna study.
Gotcha. Is the rain gonna bother your studying? And the clouds blocking the stars?
Nothing stops my study.
Alright,
It's
the
all part of
stars...
the cosmic plan.
The stars are probably somewhere behind those clouds.
Okay, I'll wait.
Alright. Wait for gaps. Oh, I saw a star!
I'll just pray to my goddess.
Can you open like a little hole right there? Yeah, thank you, babe. Fuzz, you can now go. I'm gonna put your token down and then you can go.
Alright.
You're back here for some reason. I'm gonna reveal it.
Goddess bait is the quickest way to get excommunicated.
She fucking
Depends.
is a babe, though.
Alright, there you are,
There
Fuzz.
is a dominatrix goddess that I was gonna pray to, but
So the top is the underneath the ship, and then
You are currently in the middle. The top is the very bottom. And this is what you're looking at right now is the second from the bottom. The bottom is like not there.
I don't know, kind of like go get some like ale or whatever drinks they have.
Yeah, there's some ration type stuff in this room where Will went through originally.
Alright, I'll go there.
Cool. Getting good old drunk on the sea. Always a good time.
Heck yeah.
You getting like plastered?
Sure, why not?
Alright, roll me a con save. Let's see how plastered you get.
Fuck. How do I do it?
It's
Slash.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say? Sorry.
It's the other slash.
Yeah, it's the other
Slash.
slash. Just tap up and then place the slash.
Oh. That slash was already there. I just assumed it was the right one. I clicked it by accident. Oh god.
Hold on, would you roll a 5? Alright, yeah, you're pretty fucking hammered. Like, wouldn't take you out in public sort of hammered, stumbling around and shit. What do you want to do with yourself, you fuck?
Go up top.
Cool. You stumble up the top deck eventually, where you pass by Mursh.
Mursh?
The half-orc sailor
Or Will?
as well.
I let stumble past. I just kind of drunk and steeper just go. How much longer do we have on this journey?
About 3 more months.
I just kind of like stop talking and just stumble my way back up to the top.
Save some for the rest of us.
Wait, you stumble up more or back down?
Up to like, or is he on the top deck?
He's on the bottom of the top deck. Like, the stairs go up to the very, very top.
Okay.
You're going up to where the steering wheel is, or the other side?
To the other side, the bow of the ship.
Cool. Go ahead and move over there if you can. Cool. You're
I'm gonna chill here.
Yep, you're king of the world. Good job.
Heck yeah,
Hold me, James, or whatever his name was.
something like that.
Who cares? Hold me, James. It was James. Don't worry about it. Kailey, that's why we can't go on a cruise. Anyway, that brings us around to our cleric friend, Lane, who's getting moved on the board now. Where are you at, you old dragon boy? There you are.
Yeah, I'm a little dragon boy.
Yeah.
That was a
Feeling
little
you're
weird.
not little.
There you go.
Oh shit, I'm in this room.
Yep. You are in the spare sleeping quarters. Which, to be fair, isn't really any degrade from the rest of the sleeping quarters other than the captain's quarters, so that's good, I guess. Yep, you're awake.
Just because, am I awake because all it's storming, or just I'm awake?
We're gonna say you all got awoken by the storm gradually getting worse. Like, more than normal worse.
Just gonna peek my head outside the door, see what time it is, and what the weather's like.
I mean, just looks like heavy rain, the waves are pretty choppy. Clouds are moving pretty fast.
Hell
It's
yeah,
still
stars.
nighttime.
The clouds are moving pretty fast and then getting replaced by more clouds.
But it's still nighttime.
Yeah.
It's still dark.
Yeah, I mean, it's still like
Okay.
2 to 3 a.m.
This guy in this room, he ain't awake with me, is he?
No, he's fine. He doesn't care at all.
You wake up and he's just staring at you.
You know, I gotta be sure.
Fucking James.
I have no real reason to go outside, so I'm just gonna stay in here, I guess. Do a little prayer, be like, everything has a purpose, just kind of sitting there, I guess, try and go back to sleep, but probably can't.
Alright, cool. And with that, we're gonna move on about 30 minutes, if everyone's cool with that.
If there's a gap, if there's a little gap of where they don't really need me up there, I'm going to, being a little bit nervous, I'm going to go and start taking a look at the ship to make sure it's not, damaged anywhere or taking in too much water.
Sure, anywhere specific?
Probably
That's correct.
Probably the bottommost layer. Just to make sure there's no unexpected amounts of water down there, from anything more than just rain.
Sure. We can go ahead and reveal this area where a crew member is currently taking inventory of everything. Just to make sure none of you are, overeating or shit. About halfway through the rations. Did you say, oh no?
Yeah, I'm having
Drink all the alcohol.
flashbacks from that one, Bob.
After about 10 minutes of just sitting here chilling in the rain, I'll just go back to my bed.
Alright. That gives you 20 minutes of rest before the next block. Roll investigation, Will.
Sure, it wouldn't be perception.
No. You're investigating. Alright. You don't know what a ship is. You're not an engineer. The boat looks like it's floating to you. There's some water around, but you honestly couldn't tell if that's your own spit at this point. It's probably from the rain. Sound good?
Yeah, I'm just being nervous. I'm gonna go up, grab another bottle, and just kind of start sipping on it, trying to ride out a buzz.
Alright, great. You all are awoken once again to Captain Jack Sparrow, no relation, yelling something incomprehensible. Yeah! Large! To the subject! Which, the sailor can tell means he needs to get up to the top ASAP. The rest of you have no idea what he just said.
I'm just breaking off into the sprint up deck.
Sure.
Yeah, with that, I'm gonna go back to my bedroom.
Cool. Waves gotten really, really bad now. Like, it's lofting you up at degrees that it really shouldn't be, like 30, 40 degrees up in the air. And Will, did you manage to make it up to the top?
With 40 feet of movement, dashing for 80 feet of movement?
Yep.
Probably.
Yep, you're good. You get up there, and the crew are pointing out into the distance. And it's dark, so I'm going to need you to make a good old perception.
Hey, that one I'm better at.
Yeah, let's see if you get it this time.
7.
Alright, well, you can't tell, so you're going to have to figure it out some other way.
Do I know any of the crew members beside me?
Yeah, well, I mean, you've been working with them for a while. You kind of know all of them. Sure, we got fucking Smith here.
Smith.
Here, I'm gonna move to the top. This fucker right here. I can't ping him.
Where? Here? Here?
Yeah.
Smith,
What?
what the hell's going on?
Are you blind? Can you not see?
Yeah. No, I can't. What's going on?
Do you not see the 3 water spouts heading directly towards us?
What the fuck's a water spout?
Water spout's like a small water tornado.
That was in character.
I couldn't tell, bro.
Yeah, your voice changes completely.
I'm trying to figure out, like, what
His nuts shrank a whole
I
time.
don't want to go southern with it, but...
Alright.
I'm
Alright. It means we change course or we sink.
Oh, shit.
Get on the rigging.
I hop on the rigging and start doing the best I can.
You all also hear this yelling going on up top, which isn't normal at all. Like, most of the yelling has been for disciplinary reasons. This doesn't sound like that.
Whoops, I didn't mean to press that.
That is inapplicable to the current situation.
Just keep it in mind.
Alright, so we're now to the point where you guys are going to have to make dex saves to hold on to shit. You know the drill.
Wait, so we didn't get to wake up?
Did you wake
See what was
up?
going on? I would have.
You all said you went back to bed for me?
Yes.
Okay, I said we were going at 30 to 40 degree angles. Who got up?
I
did.
don't know. We kind of peeked out.
I thought you said you went back to bed.
What the hell's going on?
No, I said
I
I went
would
back to my
have tried.
bedroom.
Oh, you went back to the bedroom. Alright, that's fine. You're all standing then. Did you move anywhere?
I would have liked to peek out and see what all the yelling and commotion was about. But
Can we do that as you hit your first 60 degree wave?
Sure.
Cool. Everyone make a dex save just to see if they fall over finally.
Wait,
Alright.
would I make one if I'm still in bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's something extra fun.
I'm never good at dex.
Oh, hell yeah.
Good.
Fucking laying in that bed like,
Alright,
I don't know.
so Fuzz is tucked so well and nice in his bed he doesn't even notice. Unless he's awake. Are you in your bed? You said you're up now, right?
No, I'm not. I'm pretty
You're
sure
not?
my guy was still partially drunk and won't give a fuck about what.
True. Alright, well he's somehow completely fine. And so is Kailey, who manages to grab on to the pole there. Lane, though, Lane eats it and scrubs across the deck towards, what did I say this guy's name was?
Smith.
Smith.
Door just flies open. I go flying out.
As you peek out of the door, you flop onto the deck and skid across the wet wood, getting a few splinters along the way.
Oh damn, that's a lasting scar.
That's a lingering injury.
Damn, that shit went through scales.
You can still get splinters in scales, they just won't go through. Anyway, so yeah, can you move your token to like there for me? Actually, I can do it. Fuck you.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Don't worry, guys. I'm alright.
So
Alright.
even if you were in the bed, you now know what's going on, and you are free to do whatever actions you want to do now.
I would just kind of speed walk back into my room. Just a little, like, not run, but just kind of swiftly walk.
Were you quietly saying to yourself, "No one saw that. No one saw that"?
No, I'm just kind of looking at everybody like, I'm alright. I'm okay. Don't be calm, everybody. I'm alright.
Cool.
I'm going to keep helping out with the
Yeah.
rigging until I think that the ship's not salvageable anymore.
They're trying to turn the ship to a different course, but the problem is the sheer winds are pulling the sail in its direction, even though, like, you guys are holding it, it's just ripping through the torsion.
Yeah, I'll go until the point where it's time to use lifeboats and, like, brace, like, until the point where it's, like, not obviously, but almost guaranteed to be too far for, like, salvage.
Sure. So now you're getting pretty close. The spouts aren't seeming to deviate that much. In fact, they seem to be surrounding you, and they are about. You can see them now if you're looking. Anyone. They're about 200 feet away, and surrounding you.
I'd like to actually grab my stuff while I have the chance.
Yeah. So the captain has called
I
out.
learned from last time.
The captain is now calling out to prepare to abandon ship. Of course, he won't be because Jack Sparrow doesn't give a fuck. This is his baby, but the rest of you are free to prepare to evacuate.
Yeah, I'd like to grab my stuff and go to the lifeboat.
I am also going to run to get my shit.
Sure.
So that's 30 feet of movement puts me there, right?
Mm-hmm. For reference, these things move at like 60 feet per turn.
Alright, 80 feet puts me there.
Cool. Do you mention anything to Kailey, or does Kailey already know what's going on?
I don't know those.
I don't know, that was a question more at her. Kailey?
Huh?
Do you know what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, then he just, is like, fuck, time to go.
Yeah, I've gone out there. I'm just gonna say, Faelar, grab your shit. Ship's sinking.
It was bound to happen. The stars told me.
I'm gonna lift this shit twice. Run out the door with my shit.
Did I roll something to see if my character wakes up or not?
He's getting it. He knows something's not right.
I'll go and grab my shit too then.
He's drunk as fuck, but he's doing it. And then this is...
Grab all my shit.
Yeah, all of you are capable of grabbing all of your supplies and equipment. Something weird is starting to happen, though. The boat itself is bulging. Like the floor is pushing up. That's not normal.
I'm gonna make my way to the lifeboat.
Sure.
And to be like, everybody, calm, orderly fashion, just one at a time, no shoving, no cutting, okay? Hey, I'm watching you, no cutting.
Please tell me I'm dashing up there as he's saying that.
4 of the other 5 sailors have now gotten into one of the lifeboats, and one of them, or 2 of the other ones, are now like lifting it up to get put into the water with the rigging.
I'm gonna saunter my ass up there.
Sure.
Like,
To anyone on the deck, there is now a water spout directly on your left and right, and one in the middle coming directly for you, probably about 80 feet away. Like, this is about to happen.
Perhaps we should rush a little bit faster. Hurry, okay, let's go.
Hopping in this one. Make some damn room.
I'm gonna hop in that one too.
While we're sitting there, we'll be like, hello guys, you know, I haven't had a time to really speak to y'all. Would you mind praying with me?
Why?
I just kind of stumble.
Now
Just
just
So
kinda-
plastered.
I'm just gonna start praying while we're in the middle of this.
Good, because you notice you hear the sounds of ripping cable as anyone who gives a shit looks to the left and sees the other rowboat now going to Oz as it gets lifted away into the waterspout with all 4 sailors inside.
I just want to kind of start staring blankly.
Wait, are we not letting ourselves down into the water?
I don't know. No one told me you were.
Yeah, we are. I mean, what do we get?
The-
Just sitting
the-
and staring into the
Yeah.
land?
The good news is
Fires,
there's one sailor left. That was the guy that was lifting it up to get put down in the water, and then he was going to jump in with them. He saw all this happen and was like, oh, alright, I guess I'll do this one then. And now he's going over to do yours if anyone wants to help him.
I'll help.
Sure.
No, I'm in the middle of my prayer. I lied. Actually, I'm in the middle of my prayer. I'm like holding my hands up for anyone that wants to join. I lied.
I'll try and help him.
Alright. You get out and you start wheeling this thing over as the water spout closes in on you. And then touches down to where the water is, and you are now free to jump in if you would like.
Yes.
Cool.
I just jump in.
Yeah, make dicks.
Oh god. I probably shouldn't be asking this, but do I have disadvantage or anything?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
It's just a drop. Yeah, you did it. Let's take a quick second to see how Paul here is doing. Alright. Paul took just a little too long, and as the ship gets devoured by a water spout, so does Paul. Rest in peace, good sailor boy. As he gets flung off into the distance like a crayon. Speaking of flung off into the distance like a crayon, your own little rowboat isn't really doing that great either, as you guys all notice that you're starting to lift up a little bit. And a little bit more. And you're 30 feet in the air. And it's flinging you.
I highly doubt it, but could the spell-shaped water be of any use here?
Sure, try and cast it. Or tell me what are you casting it on? Yeah, what are you casting it on?
I don't fucking know, getting water out of the boat, I guess.
Water in the rowboat as you're in the air getting flung by a tornado.
I'm not exactly sure how it'd be useful, that's why I was asking if it could be.
I doubt it.
I've always said there was a percent, like a small percentage that will die instantly. I feel like this is it.
You wish.
Instantaneous? Could I just, like... Actually, that's a terrible idea. I don't want to even say that.
So, you ever been on one of those weird rides where it spins you so fast it pins you up against the wall? That's the whole thing of the ride?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing that with a rowboat. You go around 3 times.
Rowboat?
The 3rd time, you're starting to feel pretty sick, and the water spout starts to give up. Unfortunately, you have a lot of momentum going, and you get flung off into the distance at roughly 100 miles per hour. Brace for impact.
Let me see if I have
Something for that?
anything that says a brace for impact.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do, and you hit the water.
Exactly. What are we supposed to do for that?
Nothing. You're all immediately knocked unconscious.
Hey guys, we hit perfectly. The boat just skips like a stone straight back to land.
Let me make sure this is...
I think as we're getting spun around, it's just like, it's just like, wee, hey, I'm just saying my prayer as for like it's just.
Can you say your prayer in that form for me real quick while I do this other thing?
I don't know what my prayer would even sound like. I can't do it.
There we go. I figured it out. I'm not stupid, I swear. Okay, and now we're gonna do this.
Oh shit. Seems big at first.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and get you fuckers in there.
Oh shit, we big as fuck.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of
We
subjective.
are large.
I cannot move my character.
Neither can I.
Okay, not. I'll give it to
Nope.
you in a second. How do I give you control of this shit?
Not sure.
Here, drag your own tokens on them.
Sucks when you have your character sheet popped out.
Yeah, I had to close mine and
Yeah.
redo it.
I have my.
Oh,
well,
I'm
you can
sorry.
just click over to journal and drag it on.
Yeah. Should be able to. So, you're all kind of getting consciousness back, except for the one that's in the water. Poor Nanuk. There he is.
I couldn't find it. I dragged it in the black box. Couldn't find it for a second.
I saw him just get yeeted up the ocean a second time. Alright, and you all come to, and we on a beach.
So we're conscious now. Though, right?
You are
All the
coming
same.
off of quite the unfortunate concussion.
Is it daytime now?
It's early morning.
We know everybody's name. Like everyone here knows like each other a little bit, right?
You've all like at least heard each other's names, so
We-
yeah.
You know each other.
If you want to know each other, that's fine, but otherwise,
Is everyone okay?
Sadly.
A good way to look at that, but okay.
What the hell do we do now?
We pray. Brothers, sisters, I don't know.
I'm gonna walk away. I'm out of here.
I'm gonna go fast.
Cool. And as you start to look around, I'm going to go ahead and reveal the map to you. You know, if I'm not a stupid fucker. Here we go. Let's try that again.
Oh boy.
Front of the ship.
And somebody wrote Patreon in the sand.
Fuck off.
Damn the Patreon goblins.
Ye old SOS. It's just Patreon.
That's the front of this ship. I'm gonna go scavenge. I'm gonna go see if I can salvage some food.
Me too.
Jesus Christ. Alright.
Not,
So
I don't know,
your-
bodies or...
your party of 4 wakes up from being flung by a tornado, gets out of the lifeboat that you so graciously were in, that was carried to shore by the waves, and then immediately runs over to start looting the dead corpse of the ship.
I'm praying in a boat.
Yeah, actually, that's probably about what I would do.
That's fine. I just wanted to reiterate.
I just want to be by myself.
Alright. So you like left?
How do you make that thing pop up?
What thing? Oh, you right click on each spot that you want to move through
Yeah.
while you're holding left click.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you pick up the token, don't set it down and do right click while you're dragging it.
Oh, so like, okay. I see, like that.
Yep. It's a useful tool if you need to see how much movement you have around corners and shit.
So, finding booms.
Sure, well... No, it's not perception, you jackass. It's going to be investigation every time.
Oh,
Alright, you're not sure what booze is.
Lots of shit here.
He finds a barrel and it's empty, and he gets really sad about it.
I like.
You can roll.
close
You can roll your own
or-
testivation.
Testiculation.
Testiculation check.
testiculation.
Roll for testicles.
investigation.
Yeah.
Right?
What are you checking for?
Just like anything that may be of use or booze.
Or booze, yeah. Sure, go ahead. Cool. All right, all I need you to do is tell me, like, the way the ship is currently lodged on the beach is, this front end is more or less intact, but the back is open and jagged and shit. So how are you getting inside it? Are you just gonna walk around the back and try and climb up in it?
Yeah, why not? They gotta roll something for that?
No, I was just wondering if you were, like, tearing a hole through the front, or...
Can I blast some fire at it?
Yeah, you can light it on fire.
Boom. I'll do that.
Great. You torch the side of the boat, and it starts sizzling a little bit.
Did it put a hole in it or no?
It's catching on fire, so maybe in a minute.
Alright, I just keep blasting it
Alright, so the boat,
until there's a
Starts-
hole in it where it burns
Yeah.
to the ground.
after about 30 minutes of burning the ship alive, you start to get a climbable sized, charred, red hot hole that you can climb through. Did anyone else do anything during that 30 minutes?
Watching in sheer wonder and amazement, wondering why the whole time.
Listen, I told you, okay?
About
Fair enough.
About halfway through, I'll walk back to whoever's still over at the boat.
We'll get back to you, Fuzz, but, that's a lot of time.
Alright, yeah, fair enough.
Alright, Kailey, you were saying something?
I'm just taking inventory of my scroll case to make sure that I did not lose any of my notes.
Scroll case is fine.
Cool.
In fact, do you all want to check your belongings?
Yeah, I'd like to check mine.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that probably wouldn't be my first priority. I'll do it once I get back
Okay.
over there.
I'll do
Lane,
that from down on the boat.
everything's accounted for. The shield that was strapped to you on the way out's still there. Your backpack seems to have all the contents in it. No gaping holes for the most part. It's all good. Same with you, Kailey. Huh?
When I asked them to pray and they just walked away, I would have looked at them like, okay, and then I would have prayed saying, I'll get to them eventually. I think I can win them over. What do you mean?
Does she say that out loud?
God. Yes, God.
Yeah.
Oh God, yes.
No.
Oh, that's not what I meant for it to
You
come
didn't
out
hear me
as.
praying. I didn't say it out loud, but this is when I'm just talking to Bahamut. Just I won't fail you. I will win them over. And then I would just kind of chill, I guess. Look through my stuff. That's what I would have done.
Gotcha. Kaylee, you want to do something? Or was the scroll the only thing?
I just want to observe the people that I'm now stuck on this island
Sure.
with and watch them.
So we go back to the dwarf druid fucking hill dwarf fucker, basically fire, like flamethrowering the ship that's beached on the shore for who knows what reason. But he gets a big old hole burned in it. The thing's starting to kind of actually catch a blaze now, and you crawl through.
Wait, hold on. Can I say something?
Yeah.
So you said it's
catching on fire.
now, but there's a climbable
Like,
hole.
yeah, there's a hole you can go through, and the ring around it is starting to catch fire to the rest of the beams.
I use that spell to put out the rest of the fire.
Let's see. How much can you move at a time?
A 5 foot cube.
Sure. Thinking of how firefighting hoses work, that's going to take you another 30 minutes.
Another 30 minutes? What?
Yeah, well, look, you're moving. What do you think, Will? How long do you think it would take?
I mean, it depends on how big the hole is.
The hole's big enough for a dwarf to crawl through.
Ship, just
Yeah.
like.
You gotta remember, it's not.
But he has to, like, cast it and move it and cast it and move it.
Which only takes about 3 seconds.
No. You can only cast one every 6 seconds.
Alright, so it takes 6 seconds, but it's a 5 foot cube.
Yeah.
So theoretically, you
Can he
put
just
out
hold it?
sections
He can
every
hold it
6
there.
seconds. If you recast it on the same water, yeah.
Alright, fine. It takes, like, 10 minutes then. My bad.
Because firefighter hose is like.
Oh, he can freeze it. He can freeze it,
Yeah.
too.
It
Yeah.
would be more depriving of oxygen than just watering it.
Well, the thing is, though, every time he's doing that, the rest of it's still burning. But,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't
okay.
care about the
We'll
rest
say.
of the ship, just I don't burn myself.
No, it wouldn't have burned you, but it would have just,
Oh.
incinerated the rest of the ship. But you got it out. Good job.
Alright.
Also, by the way, if anyone wants to check the weather, the rain stopped, but the clouds are still there. You can climb through the hole now. Your half-orc friend cannot.
I rolled away already.
Do I
Okay.
find any, like, useful items or booze or anything?
Roll investigation.
Can I roll that?
Did you win?
The 13 minus 2, 11.
Oh, I guess I didn't see you get in, so I forgot about it. Yeah, we'll say that's good. You get 30 gold pieces from a little lockbox thing that I'm assuming the captain had. You bash that fucker open, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you bash the thing open because who needs keys? Let's see. We got some tattered clothing. It's got some like stab holes in it. From the captain doing captain things. So you can add well-worn clothes if you want.
I'll toss him the fun.
That, or you can do 2 things worth of cotton. Like just
Things worth of cotton.
2 rolls of cotton.
Any chance you know how much that weighs?
A pound for both of them. It's not exactly dense. Other than that, nothing really. Maybe 3 rations worth of food just stashed around in weird spots. Like the main food storage area is somewhere in the ocean, probably.
Alright.
But, snacks lying around and shit. So you can have 3 days worth of ration.
3 days?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know how much that weighs?
I don't. Do you know, Will?
1 ration weighs 2 pounds.
Wolf.
So
6 pounds. I didn't know it was that heavy.
yeah, 1 day's rations is 2 pounds of food.
Makes sense. Cool. Yep.
Well, you said 3, right? So it'd be 9. Wait, no, I'm stupid.
That's
Yeah,
2
6,
times,
2,
or 2 plus 2
I
plus
was
2.
multiplying it by 3.
Yeah. Well, that is multiplied by 3.
What's the carry weight, by the way?
That's your strength.
15 times your strength.
Yeah.
Roll
15
20 will
times?
tell you whenever you go.
15
go
times.
over it. Yeah, okay.
And then I just climb out of the hole if I'm.
Yep.
That's it. Alright. And then I meet everyone back over here.
Cool.
you there, Bible Bug. I forget what your name is. Yes, you.
Talking to me? Okay. I was out of
I forgot
character.
what your name was. Bible Bug. You know what to do in this situation?
Oh, we can pray.
Study Thumper.
Enough with your praying.
Hey, Study Thumper. You over there looking at the boxes of crap.
Is that talking to me?
Yes. You know what to do when we're stranded on an island?
Well, I've never been on an island, but I have been in nature. It can't be that hard, I don't believe. How much is left of the boat that's not scorched?
What are you talking about? Material,
Yeah,
size?
material, like wood.
There is, let's see, counting by, if you were to salvage all of it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, somewhere around 40 straight planks and 20 curved. Oh, well, no, there's about 60 because you count the top deck too. If you were going to cut them in 2x4 size. None of the cloth is remaining, by the way. Like, all you see is some tattered remains of the sails, but there's nothing really substantial.
Well, the best thing probably to do right now would be to head inland.
Probably.
There could be
looking
other
around.
survivors.
You actually notice this other, what's it called? Rowboat? This other rowboat here, which looks similar to yours, and you can only assume that, well, you had two to start with. This one, though, has got a nice big old hole taken out of it.
I think if there are other survivors, then they'll manage themselves.
Jesus.
Right now, I think we should look out for ourselves. Looking down the beach, just like to the left on the map, how far does it stretch as just beach that I can see?
You can see, let me double check my thing actually. Which one is this? I think it's this one. Yeah. Where you are, you can see it sort of curves in some unknown amount, and then you can see where it curves back out about a mile out. And then it wraps around and out further than where you are now, and then you can't really see.
Which way y'all want to go?
What is
Which
the
way are you?
water like on the coast?
What is it like?
Like, is there any fucking, what am I trying to think of? Like, are there any like fish or crabs or anything along the coastline?
The water itself is definitely not Bahama water. It's pretty murky, filled with like, I guess, loose sand from the storm stirring it up. So it's really hard to see anything in it. If you want, you can roll a... What do you guys think? Another investigation? Nature, maybe? You can do nature if you want.
Nature, survival.
Yeah, well, yeah, nature or survival.
I'll definitely do survival. How does a druid have -2 in nature? What the fuck?
You shouldn't.
Nature's an intelligence thing.
Oh, nature's intelligence! Yeah, nature would be more like history.
Survival.
Survival is what you want to roll anyway. That was my bad.
Damn, only 10.
Can't see anything in the water, which, you know, makes sense. But you do notice a lot of small holes and these weird little mounds on the beach, which you can assume to be sand crab nests.
Alright.
So there's flora and fauna on the island. Or, I don't know, it might be a landmass.
Now, just
Yeah.
so I know that there's like food somewhere, maybe.
We could always kill a bear.
Oh god. Yep. And just reminding you again, the sun is like up somewhere in the clouds, but it's just barely up there. It's still morning.
So which way
Alright.
you guys want to go?
I think we should head south into here and then kind of start like walking this way. And then like
Follow 'em.
Suppose.
is this like right here? This like where the forest meets the sand. Is that just like you can walk into, or is that like a cliff or something?
No, that's just where the grass like starts abruptly. The one on the right's a cliff, but the one on the left is just weird.
Alright. I'll start like walking in here.
Sure. You guys going with them, or some of you guys stay on the beach for a bit?
First question: how tall is this cliff over here on the right?
It is a sloped, about 10 feet.
It's only about 10 feet.
Like you could fall off of it and be mostly okay.
Well, I guess we follow them.
Lead the way, Green Booger Man.
Sound very
Jesus.
optimistic.
He's the one that told me not to fucking, pray, so
I never told you
judged
not to pray.
harshly. Oh, that was Fuzz that did that.
I didn't necessarily tell you not to pray. I was just like, you can pray, but I have no need for it. Sort of thing.
On that. Hello?
Guys, I think I've seen this before.
Hey, I've seen it before.
Is that playing? I can't tell. I can't. Oh, there it is. It's
Oh,
just
there it
quiet.
Oh, yeah.
So, after about 10 minutes of walking or so, 10 or 15, the clouds have finally departed. They're heading off the coast to, terrorize some other ships. And nature is starting to come back out of its retreats. You hear the chirping of birds, the flittering of insects, including mosquitoes. The palm trees have dissipated. Oddly enough, they seem to be just along the coast, and then it gives way to a very temperate forest. Not very different from what you're used to.
Said it's
Where are we
very
at on the
different.
map?
No, it's very similar to what you're used to. Like any woods around the areas that you came from, the druid pretty much feels at home, more or less. If you guys haven't been out in nature a lot, it's still like, nature, but it's familiar. Which is strange, given how far from the coast you are. Because even the coast that you left from had pretty different vegetation from where you came from.
Where are we at on this map?
You can move your tokens to the bottom wherever and then just move through.
I knew something good was gonna happen. Look how clear and beautiful it is.
As we enter the woods, it's fun. Oh, yes. That's
Thing's
like,
broken.
You can tell by the sun now that it is roughly 11 11 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe a little earlier.
Walking along, how far are these cliffs?
They are about 25 to 30 feet, maybe. Climbable technically, but kind of dangerous.
Is there any easy way up I can see nearby?
It looks like it slopes off towards the distance, I guess. No way up it directly. Like, for example, this one slips off at the bottom, and then the rest of it's just sharp cliff. Weird little...
Nearby, there's no way up.
Yeah, no, it's just weird little mesas. You can walk down about 60, 70 feet and get up on top of it.
Alright, I'll do that.
Sure.
Come out up to this little clearing up here and try and look around.
Mm-hmm. Can you actually stop right about here?
Where, up here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I was
roll
trying
me...
to, like, come around.
Yeah, that's
I was
fine.
trying to come around, like, right here or something and just kind of look around, see if I can find, like, high points on the island,
Yeah.
wildlife, anything like that.
Well, I actually need you to roll perception there.
20.
Cool. You notice right about here. Hold on, let me find it real quick. Are you kidding? I don't have it. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. But there is a deer that you notice just before it notices you, and you're allowed to stop if you want.
Yeah, I'll stop. I'm gonna stop and pull out my boomerang.
I'm gonna come back and hit him in the head for damage.
And I'm gonna throw it at the deer.
Let me look up your fucking boomerang real quick.
It's strength-based attack.
I know it has the weird returning thing though.
If it misses, it returns to my. I can catch it on its return.
On a miss, it returns to thrower's hand. What's the boomerang deals? Thunder damage to target. The weapon loses its ability to deal thunder damage.
You're looking at the magic boomerangs.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what the
Standard
fuck is that?
Standard boomerang, I just get a 1d4 plus 1 damage, and it's
Yep.
strength-based weapon.
So the deer is grazing on some berry bush of indeterminate nature, and you are free to attack with advantage, being that it's a surprise round.
Is it within 60 feet of me?
Yep.
So that actually,
You were actually within 35 to 40 feet. It's somewhere right in there.
Alright. 14.
Versus a fucking deer. Yep, you just hit.
3 cold damage.
Hold on.
Where's the deer at?
Like, over.
Yeah, I'm rolling its health real quick.
I'm not gonna kill it.
Alright, you fucking bonk this thing on the back of the head, and the boomerang comes back to you, I guess, right?
It does not. No, on a hit, it just stays because it doesn't have momentum to come back to me.
Great, so you fucking wallop this deer in the back of the head. Surprise round, do you get another thing?
Wait, is surprise round an automatic critical or what?
Yeah, if they're surprised, yes.
Is it?
So that's
Pretty sure.
actually 5 damage.
Cool, you bloodied it a lot.
God, this is stupid.
Can
Chase
it run away now?
I'm gonna chase it and see if I can keep pace with it first.
Great, alright, so the deer fucking books it. What's your speed?
40, dashing for 80.
Yeah, the deer's getting away from you just ever so slightly. It's got
I'll just slow down.
it's got a movement speed of 50.
Am I able to like see what's going on with him?
Yeah, you can all.
Surprise is not auto crit.
Well, fuck you then, Will.
No, that's for like.
I think you get
assassin
advantage to
rogues.
hit.
It's for assassin rogues because if they're surprised, it's auto crit assassinate thing.
I see. Yeah. Alright, I'll just slow down and then pick up my boomerang and head on back.
Alright. It does leave a trail of blood, though, if you want to follow it. But that's up to you. Alright.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind and let the rest of the group know.
Sure.
Found something.
Just letting you all know, you all saw this fucker throw a boomerang at a deer and whack it in the back of the head and then run after it.
I'm impressed.
You could show mercy. He knows that, right? We don't have to kill it. We have rations.
For now.
Kind of make my way.
Sure.
For now, yes.
Also, recapping, first two actions of the campaign so far are burn hole in capsized boat and whack deer with boomerang.
Can
Alright.
I roll like a perception check to look for a good spot to camp, or do I just not have to roll?
You can either do perception or survival for it. Are you looking for like a place that's out of the weather or safe from predators?
Yeah, out of the weather.
Okay,
Both, if possible.
sure. Just let me know what you're checking for when you roll stuff like that, so I can, not miss what you actually want from me. Yeah, alright, so obviously high ground is high ground. You think getting up near one of these cliff sides will keep you from being exposed on all angles as far as safety goes, as long as you're not too close to the edge to where you get pushed off if something were to come at you. Other than that, the sloping of the terrain means that there will also not be flooding on the tops of these hills. The only downside being you see no water source anywhere.
Alright. Where's that at?
Either of these mesas right here.
Alright, I'll just go for the one where he did bloody the deer at to track anything. And maybe start like putting together a camp
Sure.
and shout down to these two right here. That is a good spot to camp for the night.
Cool. You notice near you the berries with a blueberries on them, but they have a red stripe down the middle.
Can I make a survival check to see if they're edible? Or whatever?
Let's see. I'm gonna say this is nature, because what you're doing is you're checking to see if what they are. I don't know. Is that survival? Am I wrong?
I think it could go under either because you're using the form of survival, but it could also be nature.
It kind of depends on how you want to say you're doing it. Like, if you're just going from memory, it would probably be under survival, since that's an intellect-based thing.
Well, no. Survival would be wisdom, right?
Yeah. Nature, yeah.
Survival's.
So survival would be knowing this type of thing is usually this other type of thing. Whereas checking nature would be, I know about this specifically.
Survival is like crushing the berry to like rub the juice on your skin to see if it irritates the skin, and then like eating like a small bit of the berry and waiting an hour to see if it like it affects your stomach or anything.
Yeah.
I would feel like for me it would be survival, considering you grew up in the woods, and nature would be more of like you studied nature in like books and stuff.
Yeah. That's fine. You did the bad version.
I just want to say that I almost added 65 to my roll.
Sure. Over the course of the next hour, you figure it out that these berries are very high in liquid content. The only downside being that they make you cold. Like, they decrease your body heat somehow if you eat a lot of them. Because at first there was no effect, but the more you eat them, the more you notice that your body heat drops with them. But they seem to be really high in juice.
Alright.
And you can keep track of that however you want to, name them, whatever. What are the two down in the lowlands doing while this is going on? That would be Kailey and Lane. I was about to say pss, 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 pss.
I was letting Lane go first.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have talked to many of these people really much. I'm gonna just, excuse me, I haven't really, introduced myself. My name's Oldak. What's your name? Alright. And,
She's letting you
Kailey right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Faelar, if you must.
Well, I mean, we were kind of stuck here. I mean, I'd at least like to know your name.
It's Faelar.
Okay, I'll jot that down. I'll give the names. You see me pull out a notebook and write it down. I'll give the names.
It's gonna be a long trip.
You're right, it is going to be kind of long. How long have we been here?
You've been here roughly an hour.
Oh my god.
What?
It's felt like a century.
It has. I'll look back on. I'll head on back down and around and come up towards the.
Sure.
So, what's the plan exactly?
Food, shelter. SOS sign.
Yeah, I didn't see that at the Walmart, so...
No shit.
The DM rolls to snap his own neck.
Well, I
My
find
god's
dwarf.
dead.
How's it going up there?
I'm sure he has a name. What's your name
I got a
again?
shelter going if you want to head up here.
My name's Mursh. Is there any water up there?
No, there's not, but we can always transport some water over here if we find some clean water.
Yeah. We might ought to find some clean water first before we decide on anywhere to settle down. We might be here a few months.
Few months.
Yep.
Have you been in this situation before?
I don't want to remember it.
I grew up in lands like this.
Lucky you.
I think everything will be alright, though. I don't think we'll be here for months. Maybe days.
I'd be pretty damn lucky.
Will knows that this route specifically is run roughly once every half year because of the turbulent weather that's known to be in the area. This area specifically is known as the Bermuda Triangle of this world.
If our ship, it'll be about 3 months before they realize our ship sank, maybe 4. And they'll send another one back this way, not to look for us, but to probably do our job. 7
Everything's
months
gonna be
sounds about
fine.
right.
Everything's gonna be fine.
7 months sounds about right. Do I see any like really high ground on the island?
Yep. You see a gradual incline of trees towards your left that comes up to what looks like a peak.
So off this way.
More or less. Like you could go up and then to the left or left and then probably up. Unless you can just jump that high. Then you could go straight.
Alright, I'll kind of walk up the direction she's walking and say, hey, I don't know what the hell your name is, but you want to go check out the peak of the mountain, or the mountain, hill, whatever that is?
Who are you talking to?
Faelar, I just don't know her, like,
Okay,
in character, don't know her name really.
I suppose. Wait, which peak?
Well, high ground's that way, so it's probably a peak at some point.
Cool. And you two are staying there, or are you going with him?
I would have followed him as he was. I mean, because he was right next to me. I would have just kind of followed
Yeah.
behind him.
I guess I'll follow them too.
I have a cargo line.
And you broke
fucked
the
it.
line.
Bad.
I'm gonna try and keep an eye out as we go for, larger wildlife.
Sure.
I don't leave.
You notice on your way a couple squirrels, chittering of maybe a raccoon? Hard to tell. But nothing big, unless you want to shoot at the squirrel. But
Nothing to attack, just kind of like making a mental note.
sure. So you've gone up the hill directly?
Yeah, just kind of making our way up the mountain, like up the hill, trying to find peak.
Cool. Shit. Who's leading?
Probably me and Oldak.
Cool.
So, Bible Bug, what's your name? Forgot to ask that, my bad.
Yes, my name's Oldak. You know, I never really had a conversation with any of y'all. I remember seeing you on the ship. Just didn't say much.
Yeah, I spent most of my time helping out, carrying the weight where I could.
Do you think it's really gonna take 7 months before we get?
Easily. Unless there was another shipment that came out behind us, but I doubt they would know we sank.
I got a question.
Yeah.
If I were to use my wild shape to turn into an ape, could I use my scimitar?
Yes. I don't know if you'd get... It'd still be strength, but you wouldn't have proficiency with it.
Yeah.
Would you?
I don't want to be the rules lawyer, but technically, whenever it comes to wild shape, your clothes and equipment are.
Oh, well, I guess if you dropped it though, and then you
Yeah,
picked
if
it
you
up.
dropped it on the ground and then wild shape, then you could.
Yeah, I don't think you'd have proficiency though as the wild shape. So you would just roll straight strength with it. I think.
Yeah. It's an S weapon, so you can strength through decks.
Yeah, map's revealed by the way, so you guys can move your tokens on in the order that you would be.
Map is not.
Yeah, it's very well left.
Dude, if I have to pop this fucking thing back into my browser,
Alright, so in
You don't have to. You can just drag it
in journal,
No,
where
it
you
literally doesn't.
from the name. From the name.
Like whenever you
Yeah,
click
it
to open up
literally-
your character
It
sheet,
literally
you can
breaks
just drag.
my. It literally breaks my whole thing. I have to refresh every single time.
I don't know. There's a lot of maps, so. Is this the order?
I figured it was continuing from what we did last time.
Yeah. Cool. Yep. So you guys walking forward. Oh, did that break? I feel like that broke.
Nothing I noticed.
Yeah, it didn't work for me. I don't know. You can see through the trees up ahead.
Just kind of keep making my way up.
Mm-hmm.
They follow me. They follow me.
Mursh,
one other question about the ape thing.
Yeah.
So, even though, like, you still, like, have all your intelligence and stuff, you still wouldn't be proficient in it?
Do you carry proficiencies over?
I don't know.
I'm actually not sure that one.
I'm not really sure. I haven't looked. Also,
Wait, what is he asking?
If you wild shape, do you carry your weapon proficiencies over? Because what he's saying he's going to do is, like, when he wild shapes, he's going to go into an ape form, and he's going to drop his centaur beforehand so he can pick it up as an ape. So the question is whether he would be able to use it with proficiency or not, being an ape and still being of his own mind, like of his own mind.
Person in
I mean, I
front.
don't even know if I'm gonna do that. I was just curious if I could.
Will,
Yes.
perception check.
12.
Lane,
Yes.
dex check.
Like,
Fucking dead.
saving throw.
Saving throw.
Do I not get a dex saving throw?
Nope. As you walk off of the cliff,
Hey, I know this one.
The funny thing is, I was trying to roleplay it, and Buzz, like, told, I was going to ask him, I was going to say, Mursh.
Yeah.
Lane,
You remember seeing these?
Yeah.
Remember seeing these islands on the map, or this land?
Lane catches you by your belt. Mid sentence.
No. Whoa! Oh, that's that.
Thank you.
That's a cliff, bud.
Yep. Probably shouldn't have turned that around.
No, you can look. You can look forward and talk. You don't have to look at me.
Do I remember seeing this island on the map?
This island, I mean, where
The
you
island.
were on the map currently, there was no landmass near it. So unless you got really flung, like miles and miles sort of flung, no. This island doesn't exist.
Well, it's kind of uncharted territory. So, this island wasn't really on a map.
Also, this is the 1700s. Most of the cartographying has been done.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have to ask someone about that later. And I guess we'll just continue after I saved him from fucking nearly dying.
Mhm.
Lucky.
I thought you guys were trying to stay along that edge.
Well, not really.
No? Okay, it looked like it at first. So I was like, alright, first person's just gonna get it then. That fuzz. This happened last time and Kailey almost went waltzing off the edge. Though that time was more fun because she didn't know about it. Wait, did anyone forget?
No.
Damn.
I knew it was gonna
This is
happen.
fucking cliff. Aww.
As soon as I heard perception check, I was like, damn it.
So you're just continuing up?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep to the left side now.
Yeah, Mursh, I suggest you
Yeah,
keep an eye out.
Yeah. And once you get to the top, one of you can actually roll a new perception check for something different. Whoever wants to, I don't care.
I assume Mursh would be the first one up there, so.
And of course you notice this river here that flows off the edge and is a waterfall. I mean, it's like right there.
Kinda loud, ain't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Here, I'll actually, you know what? You are completely right. I am so sorry. Wait, is this the same one?
No, it's different. This one's louder. And it has
Yeah,
wind.
it has a river, right? No?
Yeah, it does. I can hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't care. You get the point. You get to the top. I'm gonna go ahead and move you again. Sorry, Kailey. And with that 12, you find a little outcrop. I moved you guys to the right page, right?
Yeah, the pond-looking thing.
Yep.
Spring. I don't
Little
know where we would be.
pond. This is the very, very top of the mountain.
Is that a body over there? Or is that just something stuck on a map?
It doesn't exist.
Okay. It's thrown into the
Those things are littered everywhere.
God, what is this? Nothing, child.
Child smites it.
Don't you worry. Mursh, you're just seeing things. You're going insane already.
Oh god. I'm going insane.
I think we're already halfway there.
Are we at enough of a high ground to see like down around the rest of the island? See how big it is?
There's a slight little, like, steep cliff thing on the back end of this little pond, but the left side you can walk to the edge of the cliff and look over if you want, and the right side's basically the same. It's just the front way is blocked unless you climb to the top of it.
How tall is it?
20 feet.
Top one. 20 feet?
20 feet.
I'll try and climb that one.
Sure. Dex. He's climbing here.
Dex, acrobatics, or athletics?
I don't care, whichever one.
Acrobatics. I can jump around this
Cool.
shit.
You jungle jump up to the top, and it's just like a thin little wall of rock, and then straight down the cliff on the other side. But
I just kind of hang there by myself.
you hang like the little monkey that you are, and you see the ocean, and the curvature on the island goes around to the right, and then the left you see that little inlet again, and you see no other landmass in sight.
Oh shit. I'll scamper back down onto that solid land.
What time of day is it by now?
It is midday at this point, like 1 or 2. You still got a good little bit before night hits.
Okay. Travel far very quickly.
Sun, by the way, sets down at about 6:30. But yeah, here you are.
Is that fresh water?
You can go try.
I guess I'm
Good
gonna
luck.
go up and try. I'm going to let's see. What am I going to do?
So, what do we do now?
Well, find camp, find some food. I got water, probably, if this
Do
is
we
safe.
stay here?
Somewhere that's safe.
I mean, we're top of the hill. I mean,
Yeah.
well, there's water. Don't know if it's safe, but I'm
Do
sure
I
it
see
is.
anything in the water?
Perception, man.
I will percept.
Perception or, yeah, just perception. Or investigation.
Check for it.
You can give her advantage if you want, since you're all kind of looking at this thing right now.
Oh, I don't need a
She don't need it. Alright, you notice that there is a couple of goldfish, koi fish looking things in it. I don't know how they got there, but they did somehow. Normal old lily pads. What's important is you notice in the back a mix between a moss and a vine-like plant that has grown down into the pond and is wrapped around the rocks. This plant has blue berries with red dots on it.
Oh, that's not good.
Or maybe red dots with blue, or red berries with blue dots on it. Hard to tell.
Do I know about this?
Do you? That would be a nature check, and no, not survival.
Okay.
The polka dot looks like it probably isn't good.
Well,
It's not a good pattern usually.
I'd say that we're probably maybe not safe.
Well, that ain't good.
Nobody eat the berries.
Noted.
Especially you.
Why me? What the
Just
hell
a
did I
few.
do to you?
Just a few. So are we making camp here?
You said that you can like look off the edges, right?
Yep.
I'm just gonna like come over here and just kind of like look down the cliffside.
Sure.
Can I tell like how big of an island we're on?
You can see, if you look behind you, you see trees wrapping off into the distance. Can't really tell how far it goes, but you can't see the end of it. So at least a mile or so, or a couple miles from this height. To the right, you see the island wrap around fairly close, so it's hard to tell. You can see the edge of the trees, though. It's just you can't see back but a couple of miles. And then the left has that little inlet that goes who knows how far in, and then as far as you can see. So it's pretty big.
Alright.
Well, we can always try that waterfall we found for some clean water.
Where
It's an option.
where did the waterfall like
Where does it come from?
what was the source of it?
The source of the water appears to be a spring originating not too far from this little body of water, like out of the cliff face, basically. Or it's not a cliff face, it's
Okay.
like the slope, it comes out of it as a spring. A bunch of different springs culminate together, and then it forms the river that goes down the edge.
Can I roll something to see whether or not this water is safe to drink?
Yeah, you can do another survival, but it's going to be a fairly high DC to just know. Hello, Mr. Woodpecker.
23.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong. Being that it's a natural spring, unless it was deliberately poisoned by something, it should be fine. Especially if you get it before it like goes into the riverbed, because all of this is just rock. So
Alright. So like is where I'm at right now, it's like just like rock built up around it, right?
the current area all of you are is grass and shit, but then it turns into rock again. There's like a spot where all the springs are is rock, and then that's surrounded by trees, and that rock goes all the way to the cliff face, and then falls down, and then it goes back into dirt at the bottom.
Alright. Can I just like reach my hand and then just like take a scoop of the water and drink it?
Yeah.
And then I was like shout over them, be like, "That seems good to me."
Yep, seems like water.
I'm gonna wait a minute and see it. I'm gonna wait a little while. He starts puking and stuff.
The trees are whispering to him.
He sees shadow people.
He sees the goblins. Likes up you on watch. I see a Tarask.
What time of day is it now?
It's the same, about 1 to 2.
Well, do we want to make a camp here or down near that waterfall? Is water safe to drink? I think here's a good spot.
Here's a good spot for me too. And then can I like go collect firewood?
Yeah.
Where's that at? Like
It's not far. It's like maybe 30 feet from here. This is just a little weird spot where trees haven't decided to grow for some reason. But then, yeah. The only spot that doesn't have trees is this spot and then that little rock part where the springs come out.
alright.
Well, that and a cliff, but duh.
So I'm like over over it here now, getting firewood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Fine.
Chopping up the firewood, making sure not to fall off the edge of the cliff.
Do I have to roll anything for that?
No. You can only gather so much in like so many hours, but other than that,
I think I'm gonna join him in getting some wood.
sure, you got the strength for it? Yeah, you do. Yeah. Technically, I think you all do, except for Nanuk.
I only have 10 strength.
Wait a minute.
I mainly just like collecting loose wood
Yeah,
on the ground.
yeah, that makes more sense. He can. Do you have anything to actually chop the wood with, Will? Or was it Lane, whichever one said?
Me, I guess I could somewhat use a sickle, but
But I'm afraid you're going to also be on twig collection,
yeah.
unless
I'll just
somebody
collect
has one to
wood.
lend you.
I have iron spikes. I don't know if I can make
Oh.
shit out of it with that.
That's for climbing and shit, and holding things down.
Get out of here, Bobby. Don't look at my inventory.
I'm looking at your inventory.
Iron spikes?
Oh,
Hi.
that's funny.
No.
I don't think we really need to like chop anything, do we?
No, you don't have to. You could get enough sticks and shit to get a little fire going, but it's not going to burn all night.
Are there any like
Okay, you know
loose
what I'll
logs
do?
around?
Sorry?
Are there any like loose logs around, like
Maybe a Walmart.
like small, like old fallen trees that have like snapped into like
Perception.
7-foot chunks?
Perception. 16 to check. What is wrong with you? Yeah, you found one. It's got some.
Alright.
It's got a bunch of termites in it and shit, but they're not gonna mess with you.
Go and drag that over.
Pick it up, and there's like worms and shit all under it.
Alright, so yeah, just collect firewood for like the next hour. That's what I'll be doing.
Great. What about you guys?
I'll spend about 2 hours collecting firewood and then go sit on this rock and meditate.
Cool. Anything from the rest?
Well,
Are there any animal tracks or anything around?
Survival. Survival or perception, but the perception check's going to be higher.
I'll do survival.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, you can see, looks like... What's interesting is there's no tracks around this little pond that you can see. That might be just because of the grass, but out in the woods where the grass is a little less thick, you see deer prints, mostly. Like some small animal tracks that you can't really make out just because of the way they scratched. Maybe badger, maybe raccoon, something like that. Nothing big seems to be up here.
No wolf tracks.
Not that you can see.
Is this the only source of water on the like little cliff thingy that we're on?
That you can see. The spring and the pond are the only two that you can see. That and the ocean, but I mean, it's the fucking ocean. I don't need to tell you why you can't drink the ocean.
Squirrel in the back.
Yeah, there's squirrels everywhere, Kailey.
He said, whoop, 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 whoop.
He's laughing at you.
Oh no.
How's that make you feel?
It's all part of the plan.
So, any interrupts before we move on to the evening?
did we get enough firewood?
I mean, if they're both collecting it, yeah, you've got enough for the night.
I was about to say, if
Plus-
I needed an axe, I could provide.
You got sticks and stuff, so you're going to be able to light it no problem as long as you have a way to light it, which you have magic, so I'm not even going to bother.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and like start a small fire in a good spot using my cantrip. And then go look for fish in the stream that we saw earlier?
The edge of the river that's forming from the what's it called? Fucking the springs? Yeah, that's not big enough to possibly have anything in it. There might be some down in the river at the bottom of the cliff, though.
I'll go look down there.
Okay, it's going to be about a 30-minute walk down, a 30-minute walk back. Just keep.
What day is it?
It is currently 4.
Alright, that's fine with me.
Cool. So you take your 30 minutes down there. Any interrupts?
Can I see the area? Can I see the side of the beach where we left the shore from up here?
You can see the ship. You can't really see the left side because there's a rock blocking it, but you can see the ship. Yeah.
But I can see the ocean out past that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm just gonna wait or watch that till about dusk to see if I can see any signs of more debris washing ashore or other survivors washing ashore.
Yeah. Do me a perception.
Fine.
Nothing from up here. It's a little too far to see anything if something did happen.
I want to use my divine sense.
Sure. Huh.
Huh?
You hear the faintest ringing from directly behind you down towards the woods.
Towards the woods.
Yeah.
Alright. Can I open my awareness to detect where it may be coming from a little bit more and kind of follow the ringing?
You want to hone in on it?
Yeah, I want to. Is there a way I can tell, maybe how far it is, or?
So the way that magic is working currently in this universe is that it works basically just as radiation energy for the most part, and then you can bend it to do different things. So what you're currently doing right now is passive reading, where you're not sending out sonar pings basically to pick stuff up, you're just taking in pings. So you can tweak it a little bit to where you're trying to hone in on a specific spot, but the second you do that, it's going to start pinging. Is that fine?
It says as an action I can open my
Yeah,
awareness.
that's what I'm saying it would mean. You're now active listening instead of passive listening.
Yeah.
Which you can do. I just need to know you're doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Alright, the second you do it, the ringing cuts out. But you know the general location is down the hill to the right, somewhere.
Kind of like where Fuzz is, but more right?
Yeah, actually. Pretty close to where Fuzz was.
Was? Is he not down there anymore?
Well, yeah, I mean, where he is. But, the noise is gone.
Okay, I want to go down there and see if I see anything.
Sure. What are you doing to check? Just looking around?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay sort of close to Fuzz.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to see if I can see anything out of the ordinary.
Nothing looks weird, and I'm not going to make you check. Nothing looks out of place. How long does this last? Is it just one action?
It's just like I think it's just like a thing.
Yeah.
That happens. An active
Yeah.
thing.
I'll say it's active for the minute that you're concentrating on it, and then you can switch between passive and active during it, just to make it make more sense. But yeah, we'll say you didn't pick anything else up. and nothing looks out of place.
Alright. Interesting.
With that, we'll go ahead and move down to where actually Fuzz is probably way down the hill now. Are you going with him? Fuzz was going down to the bottom, wasn't
Yeah, I was going to like the stream to see if I could find any fish to catch.
he? Yeah.
I'm not going all the way down.
Okay. So once your thing runs up, you just go back up.
Yeah.
Cool. So we're gonna go cut down to Fuzz now, who's at the bottom. I'll go ahead and move you back over so you can do your thing. You should keep your character. Fuck, where was it? Where's that fucking waterfall? There it is. I have so many maps. There we go. And then just ignore the ones that are on top of the hill there. Well, technically they're still up there. They're just up there a little more ways. So they could run over to here if they wanted to and watch you do shit. But that'd be weird. Not the fucking
Is it
map.
like a fast river?
Here is a basically still looking pool of water. It seems to be a little deeper than the rest of
Can
it.
I see like any fish down here?
Oh, from up there?
Yeah.
Being that it's close to midday, you see shadows moving along in the water. Yep. Something's down there.
Is it fast moving? Like if I walked into it, would it like sweep me off my feet?
Oh, I'm talking about there's like entities in it that are moving around. The river doesn't look that fast.
Or can I like go into it and then
There?
try what?
At the
Is that
top?
where you said like I would see like fish at?
Oh, I mean, you can do it without being in the water. Like you could be on the side of the cliff and then look down into it.
Try to catch some.
From up here? Or down
Would you
at the
say
bottom?
that-
Where you are, where your character is right now is where you were before you started walking down the hill. Down here would be where you finish at.
Oh, I see.
So they're all still up here, but to get down there you have to walk all the way around, which is why it takes 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise
Yeah,
you
that's
would
fine.
freebase it and fucking
That's
pancake
I'll-
into the
I'll go
ground.
down there.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and say you looked up there and you saw some movement, and now you're down here and maybe there's something in there.
Alright. So, I do see fish in there? Maybe?
From here, not so much. Maybe. You know there's some in there, though. Like, the light refraction at this point of the day is making it a little difficult to see. It's not exactly the most clear thing with the dirt and everything.
Oh, fuck me. This didn't turn out how I wanted it to.
What? How are you gonna catch it?
Okay. Can I use shape water to freeze a block with the fish in it?
No, freeze water specifically says you can't freeze anything with a living thing in it.
God damn it.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
It says you can't target
Yeah,
an
it does.
area
I
more
didn't
than
read that part.
Otherwise, that would be kind of spooky.
Can I, like, use dexterity and, like, fucking spear it with my scimitar?
With the scimitar?
Yes.
No.
Alright, fuck. Can I turn it into a bear and catch it?
Yes. You can try.
It's a terrible use of fucking wild food.
I'm gonna roll a sickle isn't exactly the equipment needed
Wait.
for this.
Hold on, what time did you say that we're at right now?
By the time you get there, it's about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Turns dark at like 6:37.
Oh, that's fine, I will. Alright, I'll go and use wild shape and then turn into a bear to catch some fish. A brown bear.
Let's see, how long does it last?
An hour.
Nice. Alright, what's a bear's stats? Let me check real quick.
It has 19 strength plus 4, 10 dex plus 0, 16 con plus 3, 2 intelligence -1, 13 wisdom +1, 7 charisma -2.
Oh, I feel like bears should have higher dex. Yeah, I'm just gonna let you roll base d20 then, because it has a +0 to dex, because that would be what you would use to catch. But you can try it versus where the scimitar would have been like, no, nothing happens.
So wait, if I'm rolling for dex,
Yep.
could I turn into a different animal then? I just assume bear
Yeah.
would be the best because.
Well, I mean,
it's a fish.
I'm just not sure how else it would go, because you can't do strength, because that doesn't make sense. Oh, would
Yeah.
strength be acrobatics?
Strength is athletics.
Yeah, fuck it.
already
Well,
gets
you roll an athletics check.
As a bear.
Yeah, as the bear, if you want to stay as the bear.
Alright.
Because that makes way too much sense for it not to work. So it's like plus fucking a lot.
+4.
Whatever strength
Bears have
modifier is.
proficiency in athletics.
Specified in the stat block.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
12. You managed to catch yourself 4-pound salmon-looking things.
A 4-pan.
4-pound salmon-like fish. 2 of them.
2 4-pans. Okay.
Yeah, which equates to roughly, I think, 4 days worth of ration.
If it's 4 pounds, it's like 2 days of ration.
Is it? I thought there was 2
1
pounds
day
per
of
ration.
2 pounds, yeah.
2 pounds
Now,
per
can I,
ration,
like,
8 pounds of fish.
Carry those in my mouth or something without like destroying them too much.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. You could unwild shape and put them in the backpack. I don't know if you can do that actually. But yeah, if you want to just walk up there with them in your mouth, that's fine. I'm sure a bear knows how to do that.
Yeah, I'll do that. And will I go a bit faster? Like, since they have a faster speed?
I mean, if you really wanted to dash, you could, but I'm going to say you make it there in 30 minutes, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because technically their walking speed is faster, so yeah, you could make it in like 20. But,
And then I'll just like unwild shape right before I get to them.
Okay, I was about to say, does the bear walk up with the fish in its mouth to...
No.
Cool. I'll move you back to the fucking pond then. Cool, and we are turning to evening now.
I don't know where.
Is anyone else's roll?
Yeah, my roll 20 is fucking up. I can't
is
do
it?
anything.
I can't connect to the game.
Oh shit.
I don't know if anyone else's is like that, so.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
fine
just
with
stuck
that.
on a loading screen.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to refresh?
Yeah, I think it might be a roll 20 thing. Discord says I got a 68.
Mine's fine.
I'm good.
Might be a click county thing. Oh, I'm connected.
Yep, I am as well.
I was about to say, because Discord's fine. It's weird.
I think it's because I refresh. But it's been fucking-
Yeah, same.
Because I just moved maps.
No, mine was fucking up before that.
Yeah. That's why I've been quiet.
Kailey, are you back yet? I don't know. We'll go.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is it fine with the rest of you if I take first watch tonight?
Sounds good to me.
I don't sleep.
Wait, what the fuck are you? Paladin? What else? Yeah. Well, you still have to meditate, though, which counts as your
Have to
sleep.
meditate. That's fine.
Yeah, you still get the disadvantages of being asleep from that, I think. You just don't have to do it as long.
It's like 4 hours of meditation.
Yep.
That's all you really need. You should spend the other 4 on watch.
Before we sleep, can we just say I'm die like in the fish and cook them and stuff.
Yeah. I'm just gonna assume you do these things. Who has the proper equipment for shelter tonight?
Proper being like bedroll.
Yeah, bedroll, tent, whatever you got.
I got a herbalist kit. I think so.
I'm not gonna sleep in that one.
I don't have a bedroll.
We got 2 bedrolls.
I have bedroll.
I just assumed I'd sleep on the ground because I'm used to it.
Alright. So we're gonna give you guys these 3 little sleeping bedroll things. Let me give you fucking control over them. There's one for you, Kailey, the far left one. Mursh, you get the bottom one. And Oldak, you get top right one.
Just put them wherever, I guess.
Yep.
I love how they go above.
Yeah.
I don't. I would like to be on top of it.
No, you're inside.
My bedroll sleeps on.
You sleep inside
Okay.
it. Fucking, it's now about
I love how
6 o'clock and the sun is going to set. The temperature is roughly 63 degrees Fahrenheit.
I'm gonna keep watching the ocean until it's too dark to watch anymore.
Sure. If you're first watch, I want you to roll me a D100.
How much food would we've had to eat?
One
Just like
ration.
take one
Well,
ration.
You have to eat a ration's worth a day. The source is mostly
Sure, so, like,
unimportant.
Take
Well,
it
if we
off
ate the
of
fish, though, then we shouldn't mark off any of our rations.
If you're all eating his fish.
Yeah.
Unless he's keeping it to himself.
Nah, that's fine with me. I'll share my fish. Wait, how many rations did you say it was?
Let's see. If a ration is 2 pounds and you got 8 pounds worth of fish, that would be 4 days worth. And you just ate 3 of them.
There's 4 of us.
4 of them, yeah. So that would have been the whole day's rations worth.
Alright.
But you don't touch your supplies, so good job. And with that, we're gonna actually. I'm so sorry, Kailey. Please don't hate me.
Why does shit always happen?
Here, you can just move your characters into these. I remember the vague locations, I think. Oh, good, you're on top now. Look at that.
No, I can't control my bedroll. I put it back
Yeah,
in.
I got a fucking. Here, you want it?
Yeah, I want it.
There you go. The bottom one's Will's.
Give roll.
The bottom one's Will's. Kailey, you're on top of your bag. I can't. Okay, never mind. I got it. There you go, Kailey. Yours is now yours. Fucking Oldak, top right one. Happy?
Sure.
Cool.
I cut.
With Will's roll, we are now onsetting to about 9 p.m. First watch is whose?
Mine.
Mursh.
Temperature has now dropped to around 48 degrees Fahrenheit.
I'm assuming the fire is like right here. I'll just huddle around it.
Yeah, anyone around the fire is fine with or without shelter at this point.
Wait, where's the fire again?
I assumed it was like right here. In
Oh,
this area. Yeah.
never mind. I want to be over here.
Druid or not, I'm rolling it as if you're a human or a dwarf being, so you still gotta keep from freezing to death.
Yeah.
Who's first watch?
Me.
Alright, D20, you cunt. Perception. Sorry.
Oh, perception.
Yep. Alright.
Oh wait, do I have disadvantage on these because of my meditation?
If you're meditating, yes. But it doesn't matter because you've already...
It's fine. I meditated earlier today.
No, I mean, you can, because you don't see anything up here. The crickets and the fireflies are making a lot of noise. Speaking of which, I have a nice little thing here. Sorry, this is very important, by the way.
It's fine, Papa. It's important to you. It's probably somewhat important to us.
That orc's gonna kill us.
Oh, it's probably going to kill us.
Bear eats us.
No, bear explosions only.
Now, does right now count before or after the long rest?
This is the long rest. It's happening right
Well,
now.
like, if something were to attack us right now,
You wouldn't get it.
before or after.
Yeah, you only get the benefits of the long rest
If you
after
finish
the
it.
hour.
If you made it to 7.5 hours and something interrupted you, you would get no benefit. Well, you'd get short rest, but...
Well,
Alright,
at the end of my
so,
watch,
yep,
happened.
you see nothing. You were too distracted by the sight that you haven't seen in quite a while of nature lighting up itself.
Yeah, I'll probably just sit there, take it all in whenever my watch is over. Give Oldak a gentle kick on the ass to wake him up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's your watch.
How was your watch?
Decent. Nothing happened. Thank God.
Well, good night, I guess. Yes, I'll take my watch.
Cool.
I will lay down. I probably wouldn't get like a decent night rest. I doubt I would.
All right.
Struggle to go to sleep with nightmares and shit.
Lane. Okay.
Oh.
8.
Alright. You notice a little squeaking noise.
From where? I probably can't tell from this.
It seems to be coming from Faelar.
The fuck?
Faelar appears to be squeaking. What would you like to do about this?
Just wanna listen if I can tell what the fuck it is.
I got asthma.
Asthma. I won't say anything about it until the end of my watch, and I'll go to wake her up.
The fuck is this shit?
Wait, you're doing what you said?
I will wait to the end of my watch, assuming nothing happens.
Okay,
You didn't say.
I didn't say.
And then, at the end of my watch, I'll decide to wake them up. I'll wake up Faelar. Faelar.
Alright, as you go to wake up Faelar, make a dex save.
Oh, I'm great at those, guys.
I'm dangerous.
Great. So as you touch her, a rat bites you on the hand.
Damn this fucking rat!
Never escaped the rat.
Let's see. What's it get to hit? It gets +0 to hit. Alright, it's rolling a fucking d20. It crit successes. I'm not making this shit up.
Natural 20 rat bite. Hell yeah.
Okay, and the rat does how much damage? Let me double check. Okay, it only does 1 piercing damage. There's no roll, so you take 2 piercing damage from this rat as it bites down on your hand.
Ooh, whoa. Faelar, you got a infestation of rats.
Do I notice this rat? Is it still on me?
I don't know. What does Lane do with it? It bit his hand last. What did you do in reaction to that?
I would have jumped back and I told Faelar that she had
Alright.
an
Yep.
infestation of rats.
Yep. The rat bites down on your hand and you fling it into the forest.
Oh, what did it? It's a pet.
It's in the forest. It'll be back. You might want to check. You might want to check your equipment, by the way.
Mine?
Yeah. You see a hardtack has been mostly devoured by this rat.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Wrong again.
What do you mean?
Nothing has changed.
I'm changing it. Fuck you.
That's the free.
How do you change it? There we go. 5 days of rations. Fuck you.
Some bullshit.
Oh, you think that's bad? Wait till you see how I've been rolling these checks. Next is you, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it's me. I'll be up for the rest of the night.
Alright, so I don't have to roll anymore. You need to roll a perception check.
Faelar, your pet rat, it's in the woods. I'll just go back to sleep.
And it has my fucking food. What's my perception? 16. Did the DM die?
TM died.
I'm...
5 wolves appear.
No.
Out of nowhere.
You... Fuck me. You notice behind you... You get a feeling that you're being watched. So, casually as you do, you check behind you. And you see...
King rat.
Rat.
Not yet.
If I'd be king rat, I'd be awesome.
Him saying not yet implies that there is a king rat.
There
It's
is.
just not here yet.
Ew, what the fuck is that?
You see 2 Dretch watching you
The fuck?
from across the
What fuck
pond.
is a trash?
And I know what you're thinking, Will, but don't think it just yet.
Oh God. We're just watching?
Yep, they are unmoving.
I'm gonna do divine sense.
Sure. Can you ping that again for me?
I did.
Yep, they both smell like fucking sewer.
And
It's sewer rats.
I don't hear anything.
No. They just smell awful. You know the location of 2 fiends.
That's it.
And those are them.
And they're just watching.
Yep.
I'm going to watch them.
Oh, hold on one sec. I gotta roll something. So, as I had narrated it, you have looked at them in a way that they haven't noticed that you've noticed them yet. So do you want to acknowledge their existence by staring directly at them?
I'm gonna do, you know that Muppet meme? You know what I'm talking about?
Where it like looks towards the side and then like looks away.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Alright. Okay.
And the minute they step closer, I'm off guard.
Yep. Well. I gotta make sure this word means what I think it means. Oh. you all of a sudden get this feeling that it's a weird feeling. It's a combination of you not being welcome somewhere, like you've ever been to a party that you're really not supposed to be at, and jealousy. And these feelings don't have any, like, they don't make sense for you to be having right now, but you get them anyway in your mind.
Wait, I'm feeling jealous?
You don't feel that way.
Like
you feel
jealous.
you feel like that feeling. You're not jealous of anything, but you have the feeling of jealousy, and you have the feeling of being out of place. But you don't have any reason for it.
Okay, so I'm not like jealous towards anything specifically.
No, but you know the weird hot sort of feeling that, like in the ears? Yeah, that. Almost akin to the way that low-level telepathy works, where ideas aren't concretely spoken to one another, instead feelings are.
So am I being mind controlled right now?
No. You don't think so anyway. It doesn't feel like it. Being something that you've experienced probably once before. But they have started movement. Slow, creeping movement.
Yep. Alright. I don't like that. I'm going to wake up Oldak.
I was just awake. Wait, did you choose me again?
Shut up. There it is. We have company.
Another ship member?
Yeah.
No.
And you hear them chatter now.
That's not English.
No.
Common, whatever.
Is that English?
What are they?
Dretch.
In
I
fact,
know what a dretch is.
they've even started speaking a language that you have no idea what it would be. I don't think. Let me double check.
That's why I said, that's not English.
Well, they were just making noises to begin with. I don't have language proficiencies for Nanuk.
I just know two languages.
Yeah, I checked yours already.
You need to see all of our languages.
Yeah, can you just list them real quick?
I doubt they're speaking Orcish, are they?
They are not. Common orc.
Common.
Not even common and orc, just common orc.
Hold on.
You can't understand
Common
regular
orc.
words.
I'm a common orc.
There.
Thank you. Alright, yeah, I'm not seeing it. Sorry. You guys have no idea. But they're angry, it looks like, probably.
Infernal or some shit.
So yeah, roll initiative before we do anything else. Just to see who's doing what when. Just to see who's doing what when. Doesn't necessarily mean anything.
That's actually pretty good. With the -1.
And
Okay.
Kailey, you can check to see if you know what these are in a second. Alright. Just let me finish this first. What's initiative? Dex modifier?
Yeah.
Yep. Just D20 plus Dex modifier.
Alright, so the order again is going to be initiative goes in. What did I do it last time?
Red is initiative.
Yeah.
Green is health. Blue is AC.
Yeah, that sounds good. Cool. And
Blue AC.
yeah, blues AC. And Kailey, if you want to roll, I'm going to say history on this one. You can check and see if you know in the databanks what these fuckers are.
14.
You know that these are demons of some sort. You know that they are known to be chaotic evil entities that can serve under a higher power, but generally speaking are just fuckers.
Gotcha. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and, I guess wake up the rest of the crew and warn them of our
Yeah.
company.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say you can do that.
Do I have time to pull out my shield?
Yeah, that's movement. So pulling out each one of your equipment is going to be 10 feet of movement. So if you had a shield and a weapon, then that would be 10, 10, 20, and then you'd have 10 left over if you have 30 feet of movement.
I have 35.
But it doesn't take your action.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
And everybody else, you can do the same if you want, since you're all awake now. And I'll just
Wait,
say you're
what?
you're all getting up while they're moving in, so you can equip your weapons if you want for 10 feet of movement each. Did I roll your fucker's health? I did.
What's going on?
I don't know. She said something about company, but it's not ship crewmate people. No.
No. This is, demons. Demons.
You hear?
Who the hell?
Banne kakdimre nocturna.
That's an ugly motherfucker.
Qirieth editon.
Do y'all happen to know what the fuck they're trying to say?
Not the slightest.
And they just keep
No idea.
and they keep repeating Qirieth editon, but now they're getting angry about it. Like they're saying it angrily. Qirieth editon. Qirieth editon.
Yeah, I don't.
They got big lisps.
I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for a fight.
Yep, and
Sounds about
I'm
right.
going to
after some of that chanting, they get really angry, pound the ground, and start charging you.
Did I get time to take the dodge action?
Let's see. Checking initiative. Fuzz, if you could put your stats in the block for me.
Wait, where?
You can click on your token and put in initiative, then health, then armor class in those bubbles, so I can keep track of them.
Oh, okay.
Can you tell me what they were saying again?
Qirieth editorn.
Lane, what did you say?
What's red?
I said it in character.
What did he
I
say?
did not.
Yeah,
No, you did
What did he
not.
say? What did he say?
Oh my god. Well, my character's gonna look at you with the blankest fucking stare you've ever seen.
What did he
in
say?
my
I said they got big lisps.
Oh god, starting back.
No wonder they're attacking. Anyway,
Put him
What's red?
in front.
red's initiative, green's health, blue is AC. I think the only one
That
that
was funny. That was good.
I think the only one that rolled high enough on initiative was Kailey, though.
I rolled a 19.
So like I couldn't have like taken the dodge action while they were like building up to it.
No, not based on how the initiative is laid out.
Alright.
Is it in there for you?
Yeah, I think so. Let me check.
fuck.
Oh no, I have a slash. That's the only thing I have.
Because I didn't press enter, that's why.
Oh, so yeah, you have 11
I'm
AC.
like, is it just like invisible to me? Or what?
You rolled a 13 on your. Oh, you got a modifier? No, that was
yeah.
your modifier.
It was 12 plus 1.
Yeah.
13 AC, or 9 AC.
13 initiative, but you put 14.
Oh shit, my bad. Oops.
You're trying to juke me, ain't you?
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Fiends? Are they
I was looking at Faelars.
They are fiends.
Okay.
They are specifically from your role small fiends.
I just need to know for something.
Alright, it's your turn, Kailey.
Alright. So they're still in that position there?
Yep.
Quick question: can you use a bonus action before your main action, or do you have to do it after?
You can do it either way. But it has to be on your turn, or after, depending on what it is.
I'm just gonna kind of prepare. I'm just gonna go over here.
Did you equip? What all did you equip?
Oh shit, that's right. I just equipped 2 things. That's 20 feet. You said?
20 feet's worth, yeah.
Okay, so how do I do the cursor thing plus moving it?
You would click to move your character, hold left click while you're dragging around, and then right click on every point you want to go to.
Okay, then I'm just gonna go there.
Yeah.
It's 15. I have 35.
Okay, cool, yeah. Cool. What you doing?
I'm just holding.
Cool. That brings it around to this fucker's turn, who's going to use all of his movement to get... Well, he's actually going to dash then, if that's the case, and get to here. And I think that's going to be his turn. Yeah, that's his turn.
Ready.
They are pretty slow little fuckers. Moving on to, I believe, Lane? No, well, it's a toss-up between Lane and Fuzz.
He has the higher dex. He gets a plus 1, the minus 1. Yeah, he goes first.
Okay, Fuzz then. It's your go.
Alright. I'm gonna use my bonus action first to turn into a direwolf.
Cool.
Oh, where's that? I don't know if I can read it. And then let's see here. So I have 50 feet movement speed.
I'll pull up Direwolf stats real quick, so I can keep track.
I'm gonna go ahead and go right there.
Sure, that's good.
And attack it,
Let's see.
which is a bite attack is 2d6 plus the strength, which is 3.
Yep.
And then it has to. What?
Technically, wouldn't you have advantage from pack tactics?
Yeah, I have that too.
If at least one of the wolf's allies is within 5 creature
advantage on
and the
the
ally. Yep, it doesn't matter where they are. Okay, cool.
And then the
So 2d6
saving throw too that they have to.
So it's
do
plus
if I hit 'em.
it's +5 to hit unless you get any weird modifiers. So you would roll a d20 plus 5 twice.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, fuck the advantage, I guess. In that case, it's 2d6 plus 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, roll the 2d6 plus 3 and we'll double the 2d6 part. Okay, so that's 8, 16 plus 3, 19. Cool. Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
Alright, how you want to do this?
Oh, they're already dead.
Yeah, you killed it from
I
behind.
guess just like bite its neck and rip its head off.
Alright, one clean swoop. The thing has gone to -6 hit points.
I have 35 movement speed left, so that was 15 to get here.
Can you move twice? I think so, right? Yeah.
I think you can use all your speed, can't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see, I said 35, right?
Yeah.
I'll go move right there.
Cool. Brings it around to Lane's turn.
Stand up, I assume, half movement. Unless I was already standing.
We'll see you're all standing at this point.
Okay. Well, I'm not doing anything fancy. Guiding bolt. Yep, guiding bolt. That's what I'm gonna do.
Sure, guiding bolt this poor little fucking fiend.
I have to roll to hit, correct?
What's guiding bolt? Radiant damage?
Yes, it is. Let me check. Yeah, it is. Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
shit.
Why could
Alright.
we have had these rolls against the wolves?
Roll fucking damage.
Oh,
Fuck
shit.
those guys, I guess.
It's just straight 46, correct?
Wow.
22, so.
Yeah. 22 damage. The dretch goes to move, and before the thought can even really process to his limbs, he has a hole born through him all the way out the backside, and he flops over and continues to run his body, or he tries to continue to run his body, processing the command delayed because his brain is gone. They're both dead.
Well, that was eventful. I'm going back to bed.
Because
I like how you rolled 2 nat ones and you still killed him in one shot.
Guiding bolt's strong, dude.
Gotta
Yeah,
go.
that'd be bad.
Yeah.
If he would have rolled well, he could have killed it without the nat 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
God damn
Well, I
it.
guess I just morphed back into a
Yep.
dwarf.
Alright, so these dead fucking green blobs of shit are now lying around.
Fucking
what to
pissed.
say is this all of them?
Yeah,
Pissed.
that seems to be all that was here at the moment.
Actually, before I turn back into a dwarf, can I just pick up this one that I kill and drag it off into the woods somewhere so it's not right next to us?
Yeah.
I'll drag them both out there.
Okay. They're gone.
You know, good.
Good random encounter, boys.
I feel like there would have been a little bit more, but okay.
I never even
Yeah.
left my bed.
He literally woke up, watched all this shit happen, said, alright, cool, see you guys in the morning. Those were challenge rating half combined, by the way.
You're level 2.
Yeah, but you died to a one challenge rating pack of wolves, so...
Yeah, but they have
But yeah, but they have pack tactics. One of them is critted on me, down me, and me handling minimum damage on a D10 dice.
Past the morning, everyone good with that?
Yeah.
Alright. The rest of the night is uneventful.
Bags up.
You got back cumbled in. Throws the bag to the side like the dirty horde is.
So, the fuckers came from a future from
They came from the trees to the top right. Yeah.
Go see if I can find
Yeah.
some trash.
I'll go with you.
We'll say you got the full night's rest, but you had to sleep until like midday. Like 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
Personally, I was gonna take
If you want to take a short rest, that's fine. You can get up and do shit earlier.
I'll give it I'll use it back.
What?
I look for trash.
Sure. Roll me survival or perception. Probably survival.
I'll help
Yep. Okay. So you see much of what Kailey saw yesterday, deer tracks, small animal tracks, some tracks you don't recognize, and then a single bear track you managed to find. Only one.
Just one bear track?
A single bear track. There's no others around it.
I just look over to Mursh. There's some strange tracks.
Yeah. Got a one-footed bear. I assume the weird fucker. That's what we call it, weird.
You know, it's weird. It doesn't actually look the same. Though it looks like it's webbed in nature, it seems much larger than the other creature's feet were. Like a big duck, maybe.
I probably wouldn't know that,
Well, I mean, you saw the little thing. They weren't very big. There's no way their feet were this big.
though. 7 intelligence.
Alright, you play how you want to play it. I'm just telling you how it is.
That's all the call on if they were the lead. Yeah, I'll go first. And then I'll step back over here. And buddy, hey, Bible, study folder.
I just ignore all my mental middle of my little prayer and doing my lesson in the forge ritual that I do.
Taking notes of his prayer.
Hey, look, if I see him doing his prayer,
Fuzz, how about you? Are you leaving this ass? I was asking if Fuzz was leaving your ass.
Oh no,
I'm gonna move these bedrolls off to the side so I can keep track of them.
Oh yeah, I'm probably looking to wrap it up whenever you should.
yeah, Bible, study folder. Me and him are going to go follow the tracks of the tracks of bodies.
I mean, we killed them.
Yeah, we're there.
I hope there's none, but could be.
In the monastery. Not, they probably have to do a cave for sure.
Who's right? Where'd you go? I am a sucker for good, I will say that. Like, good or bad good? Good. I'll just yell out to Mursh. I think it's best if we split up 2-2. If anything. And I will, even though she probably hate it, tag along.
God damn it!
Also, I'd like to say, because I don't know how strict you're being, I would refund my water skin at this water that we do is fine.
The spring or the lake?
This,
Gotcha.
I'm just saying, I don't know how strict you're being, so.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it too much.
Okay.
just well,
I got one of those.
explore as fast.
Let's go first. You two following the tracks.
I'll freeze a couple cubes to bring with me.
Nice little chilling cubes. Crunching on some water.
Man, I can just like put in my mouth and melt them.
This druid knows how to hang out.
Wait, this still only lasted so long, doesn't it?
You can refreeze it though.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
cantrip.
cantrip. I just imagine he goes making his ice cubes and then this fucking melts and then it's fucking.
So, who are we doing first? It's actually, I'm gonna go ahead and go with you two following the tracks first. So you follow the tracks down the hill as best you can, and you lose it a couple of times, but with both of you combined, and about an hour's worth of tracking, manage to follow it back down to here again. So to give you guys a rundown of it, oh my bad, yeah, the tracks have gone. Do you see my drawing?
So we would be up here.
Yep.
Have we crossing?
I mean, I don't know, man. Can't really tell from here.
So the track, or let me get this straight. The tracks are coming.
Oh wait, never mind. I thought we were just crossing there. I guess we're coming down.
The tracks that you see are going in the direction up the hill, but they come from that last point, and then you can't see anymore.
So alright, the tracks are going this way, up that way.
Towards the top.
Up.
Yep.
And we came from the bottom.
You came from the top.
Okay, so we followed up there.
You followed its tracks backwards. Because they end up at the top.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to have to go across the top.
I just realized that there was a camp here that I just totally didn't see.
That doesn't exist. That's part of the
Oh,
map.
no.
Yeah, you were right to ignore it.
I'll wait for you to do the other side. I don't know. Down here, kind of doing how skills and
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, dude.
Sure.
Dexterity check?
No, dude. You can walk across it. They're just rocks.
I didn't know if you were in K level.
No.
Rocks, that's a DC.
I mean, maybe, but not right now. This isn't. You can walk across rocks. Cool. You made it across? There's no tracks.
Probably go see tracks.
Nope. Sure. You take roughly 30 minutes, and there is not a single track on the side of the river.
Can I tell if there's like a little alcove behind the waterfall?
I mean, it doesn't look like it, but I mean, you can go look if you want. You'd have to get in there, though.
I was wondering if possibly there's an alcove behind the waterfall that we came from. Let's see. Sure, if you want.
Alright, the water is about up to your. How tall are you? Yeah. It gets up to your neck.
Like, horse foot.
It gets up to your neck. You're still walking. And the bottom is just like, you know, jagged rocks and shit, but you can walk it.
You see anything over there?
So, you get up to the waterfall. Hold on, let me do something real quick. I forgot to get in character. Alright, and what do? You're up against this waterfall, it's splashing you real good.
Just like how would meditate when the waterfall crashes, I'm just like kind of gently trying to push my way through and see if I can feel it.
Sure. The problem is, like, you can't walk forward. Like, you're reaching through and you don't feel anything. You can't tell if you just can't reach the back or not, but the wall goes up, so you can't walk forward. What do you want to, how do you want to, like, go forward more? You want to lean over, or?
Yeah, I'll kind of try and
Great. Who's behind you? What's your name? Nanuk?
Yeah.
You see Mursh tumble off into the waterfall.
Humble, like, behind
Like
it,
he
or-
fell into it.
Oh, shit. Hey, you okay over there? I don't know if you can hear me or not. The waterfall.
And you land right there. And you discover a cave that looks like it's existed here since the formation of this mountain.
I'm going to slowly back out,
Sure.
go back to the
Yeah. There, let me.
Your character actually
what
like your character to be dumb. Like he'd be like, hello.
he's dumb, but he's still, wise enough to be like, yeah, this probably comes along, probably shouldn't do this shit.
Alright, so you try to go back out, and you peek your head through, and he can see your head sticking through. You can jump out in the water if you want. Yeah.
I will do my best to get over there.
Sure. I mean, you can get there. You have to swim because your stature, but you can get there.
4 foot.
Yeah. If you really needed to, he could pick you up and put you over in, but I think you can clamber over.
Do we see any footprints or footprints in here?
No, you don't. I mean, most of it's stone. There's a little bit of dirt, and you can see your footprints leave, or your footprints, your feet leave footprints in the dirt, but you don't see anything else's footprints. The cave itself is fairly tall. I mean, it's domes up. It's about maybe 40 feet tall in the middle. Other than that, it's just a enclosed little area.
Yes. Yeah, took that up. I'll just like
Sure.
take the road.
It's kind of dark, but you both have dark vision.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just making sure. So you can make out the ridges and stuff. You can make out. Did you say that in character? Okay.
This have a character, man. There is anything out there?
I mean, you can roll something.
I'll roll perception.
Yeah, just kind of fuck me. I think I would be better off just asking in my past.
It seems like a cave. There's nothing really special about it. No weird nests or anything. Just it's like a nice little cave.
Is that just like cave in general, or just where I'm at?
What do you mean? I meant the whole cave, but it's all kind of the same. Unless you're checking a specific spot, I guess.
I'm over here. So did you have to find anything? Alright, I'm back out.
Alright. What are you doing?
In that case, I'll check here specifically.
I'll just do a deep search for
Oh, okay. Yeah. Roll an investigation. Nah, nothing seems to have been here. Like, ever. The dust is covering everything, there's no prints of anything. Somehow it's undisturbed. No, let's just say that. You're good.
And I, with my 6 intelligence, see if I can sense any type of magical nature in it.
I don't even know how you would go about that. Would that be Arcana? Arcana's history of magic, though.
Arcana could be like two things. It could be history of magic, which is intelligent, or physical perception.
Sure. Do
There's a spell that's the check.
yeah. Do Arcana with disadvantage. Yeah.
Double that.
The first roll is fairly good.
This cave is magical, as in it looks really pretty.
And so does Mursh.
And so does Mursh. Mursh is almost as magical as this cave. Mursh observing the floor,
I'm getting a fucking wedding in this one, boy.
getting a good old bend over.
We can prove to go wedding.
Yes, we could.
Now probably would be a good time to describe
Oh, and he's wet from the waterfall.
Yeah, glistening.
and listening, tattoo, and kraken attacking shit. Wave,
Oh yeah.
crashing, crashing back, all the way along. Like a tattoo.
Do you need to have a spell prepared to cast a ritual spell?
No.
No. Yes, you. Okay. Clerics and druids can do ritual casting. There's a feat for that.
Oof. Sucks to suck.
It's called ritual caster.
Then nope, you'll have to take another long rest.
To do that.
Well, okay.
Well, that's all I'm gonna do.
Just sort of head back forward.
Yep.
So,
Cool. Move you guys out, and we'll head over to Kailey and then. What were you guys looking for again? Where to go? Where? Sure. You head down a little ways. Let me get off this waterfall nonsense. No, bear, no bear, no bear. No bear, no bear, no bear. So, when Kailey's character gets to this area, she gets a random bout of PTSD and she can't figure out why. Or bottom.
I don't know which way we're going. Probably at the top.
Yeah.
That's going down. So, what is it we're looking for exactly? I don't have the voice for this guy.
Passive. Fuck.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Passive or active?
I'm just gonna do the passive.
Sure. Can you walk me through like what you're doing action-wise? Sorry, and to be specific, like just walk me through what you do in character.
So essentially, it's just kind of like a prayer stance. I kind of just like close my eyes and open up all my senses that I can to.
And you're walking, and then you stop, and you do this immediately.
Yes.
Okay. It gets about 30-40 seconds through it, and you're not picking anything up. And then right about at the end, you start hearing the ringing again.
I can work together.
If you search for it.
But I haven't stopped me.
Yeah. Like, you can hear it, and you can tell it's somewhere on your left. But you can't tell where.
Okay. I'm gonna remain passive. I'm just gonna investigate over here.
The Divine Sense is going to run out in just a sec. Is that fine? Okay. Then, yeah, you can investigate the area on the left.
You give her guidance.
Sure.
What is it?
It gives you
Yeah.
D4 on a check, basically.
Ability checks. Yep.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
18. Wow. Alright, so
That's for the win.
That should have never worked. I forget. It's got me in jail.
There's a place here.
oh shoot, sorry, I'm in the wrong thing.
Mursh is up to.
You see, what was this check? Investigation?
Yeah.
Cool. You see here, behind this tree, a slug-like eyeball peeking around.
What the fuck?
Good.
You're sure it's good?
My senses have never felt me before.
It's making it weird.
I'm gonna need you to, if you have a form of telepathy, you need to tell me. At least in GM Direct. I don't know why you would, but if you do, let me know.
Or level 2 or something like that.
Wait, is this a divination spell? That's not a spell. This is a paladin thing, right?
What?
Divine sense.
It's just
Yeah, the paladin.
Yeah. So okay. Cool. But yeah, it seems to be watching you. Do you look directly at it?
oh, yeah, I think I have to.
You do a little peekaboo thing.
I do a little bit.
Just put my head around the tree like Three Stooges style.
Cool. It you see its eye like jump back, and then it darts off behind the tree.
Cheers. Talk. Communicating, stop. You're the one that wanted to do this, it's up to you.
Alright.
Okay, as you get to the tree, you see... Oh god, how do I describe this? What looks like a mushroom flying away into the distance to the trees. Yeah.
Have I ever seen
I'll let you do a religion check.
Hey, that's
That's a cancer.
yep.
Oh, okay. I'll do a D4 just for my amusement. Does a 28? Do it!
You are being watched by... You don't know exactly what, because there's no reason for you to, but you know that whatever this thing is probably the servant of some fey creature, maybe, or some holy creature, maybe. Possibly even the direct servant of some deity. But you know it's some good orientation creature.
Is it still in the tree or is it just located?
It's flying through the trees like a bird. And you lost sight of it as you saw it, basically. And you know where it's going. You can chase it, if you want.
I know where it's going.
Like, you know the direction it was headed in.
Hey, you there, mushroom smell. Come back.
As you say that, you feel like, once again, it's hard to describe. You feel the feeling of fear without being afraid.
Oh, like the way to those people. Fear God.
No. Like, you just feel unnerved, sort of. Not like something bad's gonna happen, just like you get the feeling.
It's either afraid or telling us we should be afraid. One of the two. I'd assume it's
Afraid, maybe. I'm gonna.
nervous. Maybe not afraid.
Is it still within hearing distance of me?
I can't tell you that.
No. Alright, well, I'm gonna try and just kind of calm it. And I don't know if it can understand me, but in the way you would talk to a baby kid if this scares me. Just be like, hey, it's alright. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just curious. I'm studying a lot about things like
Roll persuasion. No guidance.
What do you? No, it's just it's just.
You've got it twice. I'm not letting you do it the whole fucking campaign.
It's a cantrip. I can just do it. Or we can.
Why can't he just do this the whole campaign? This is stupid. I hate it, but you can do it. I hate it. I hope you roll like shit.
What are you doing?
Good.
Fuck you, Bobby.
What's that? Add your D4. Good. Suck a dick.
Wow.
It's not like you're angry. It's literally
Yeah, why are you mad?
Players using their utilities that they made.
Well, looks like the dice decided for you. It's not my fault.
you're sick as
Well, then I just won't ever have fun in this game.
Alright. The feeling subsides.
Good ability. Fuck you. Thanks, God. Thanks for saying fuck you.
Fuck you, Toggle!
Divine sense says you're gonna fuck yourself.
Hey, the divine sense has been working. I don't know what you want from me on that end.
Well, in a second, you're gonna be like, you can't.
No, the divine sense is fine.
Guidance says, spell description, go fuck yourself.
Well, the base, well, you know, it's soft. Just not in the middle.
Yeah, Kailey pulled the Nerf weapon.
What do you want to do? The feeling has subsided. What do you want to do?
Guts mode.
It's still flying away.
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, can I see it or can I not?
No, you haven't saw it since a few seconds ago.
I'm gonna follow the direction it's going.
Are you running or what?
No, I'm not running.
Just walking?
Yep.
Cool.
Take this roll.
Sure. You two take a stroll in that direction. How long? How long are you gonna walk for? Max.
I mean, I'm curious now because I want to know what the fuck it is and if it's good or bad. So I want to like, and when my character can find something he doesn't stop. So I would be willing to just keep going.
It's about 3 o'clock too, so it's not like late, but it's not really early. So yeah, how long?
What this could be?
Yeah. I feel like my character wouldn't stop either. This is very important.
Okay, anyway, where would be okay? Would we know where we're going?
You knew they were tracking something.
Yeah, they can look at the track.
They didn't say where. They could be where.
Well, they were tracking track.
They were tracking it down the hill. That's all you saw.
So there's no way we know where they are to like swim back up.
Not really. You could go back to where you were, but you're probably going to lose where this thing is because you're not exactly close.
I say we just go towards them. Oh,
Sure.
There's not really a duration we have.
Okay.
yeah.
10 minutes pass. Nothing new as far as you can tell. 20, 30 perception.
Guidance.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to assume you can have the D4 for the rest of the game.
I'll just give her guidance. Oh shit.
It's a 27.
Yeah, good job. You notice a branch knocked off one of the trees, like recently, because it's got the white on the end. You know, like if you were to cut a tree branch, yeah, and then the direction looks like you're still going in the right way, but it's not here. Keep going. 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 60, 70, 80, 90. So it's been an hour and a half. It's now 4:30. Roll another perception check.
Well, I'm just gonna say, if I'm doing guidance, I'm not gonna roll a check myself because I'm aiding. I mean, I guess I could do advantage in aiding, but I'll just do guidance.
Oh my gosh, why does this happen?
I just want to add in that turns out I did have Explorer's Pack and I was stupid.
Hard
So I
to
do a better roll.
hard to tell. You don't hear or see anything yet. You want to keep going?
Keep going, it's gonna be nice.
No,
Time is
not
now.
necessarily. It's 4:30 now. The sun sets at like around 7-ish.
I'm thinking about our travel pack.
You could be close to it.
We could just remember where this is and go back and just start from here
I think we
tomorrow.
would lose it.
Yeah. But we know which way it's going. If it's going towards its nest, base, house, whatever it has.
Instead of 4:30.
It's 4:30. You still have 2.5 hours left. Alright, so you spent a while puttering around in the general area next to your base, so you've been traveling for an hour and a half out plus 30 minutes, so it's currently a 2-hour trip back.
So that gets us back to 6:30. The sun starts setting around that time.
Yeah, around that time. So you would be close to getting back if you pushed it like another hour or so. And then you'd have to walk with torches or whatever.
starting to get long. We can come back to the spot. Do your little prayer sits thing. I'll find it. I'm sure we'll. I'm sure it's himself.
I mean, yeah, okay. Is that what you want to do? I mean, Kailey's the one that has her eyes focused on this path right now.
I mean, I really want to go find it. I do too. I really want to know what it is, but the thing is, I also don't want to just
Walk me through Faelar's mind right now. What's going on in her head? Do you think she's what would her character do? Do you think she's more interested in that than getting back safely, or?
Yeah.
Then we continue.
Is that what you want to do? $10 minutes, 20 minutes, 27 minutes. Roll perception with advantage. Yeah, go ahead. Move your characters to the bottom left.
Oh
Yep.
shit.
I'm scared now.
You see, in the middle of the field, a flump.
I don't see shit.
Oh,
Wait, a what?
sorry. Let me reveal area real quick.
I just kind of guessed. What the fuck is that? It's so fucking cute.
Oh, I know what it is. Well, my character didn't know. I do.
What the fuck is that?
I know what it
So
is.
cute.
This flump is on the ground. Its tendrils are flopped up. It looks like... Is it upside down? It looks like it might be upside down.
But it's upside down.
No, I mean... It's upside down.
It's upside down, yeah.
It looks like it's upside down. The eyes are like squished and it's flailing around and it looks like it's not doing great.
Do I know what this is?
You're gonna have to roll another history, but I'm gonna say it's probably considering the other one. Like, we already did the one, so if you do good again... No. You rolled to see what this was, and you knew it was a good thing. You just couldn't figure out what it was by the eye alone.
Oh, you're talking about like the DNA thing.
My character doesn't know this, but I would like to know what color it is. Or it's glowing.
I mean, it looks like a mushroom, so it's this honestly kind of gross tan color with blue tendrils. It looks like the picture. Okay, so you know that, at least what you can tell, it is a small aberration, lawful good creature. Capable of flight and has psychic telepathy abilities. You don't know why it's here, because it really shouldn't be, but it's here.
You said it's upside down?
It seems to be upside down, yes.
Alright. Oh, my character's fucking excited.
We do.
Do I know it's upside down, or like do I know it's upside down?
Alright, it looks like it's upside down. Its eyes are on the bottom and it's like flailing around and shit.
Alright.
Sure.
I'm gonna
So,
stay here. What were you gonna say?
sorry, I was checking some things. Yeah, okay, so at this point, the flump has wriggled around and accidentally faced you, like it's just trying to get back up, and it has turned around and faced you, and it stopped flailing around, and now it's flailing around really hard.
No. It's alright. You know, you could probably. I'm going to touch you.
It doesn't seem to like that.
I mean, no harm. I'm going to slowly walk towards you now.
Okay, it seems to be calming down a little bit, actually. You're just double checking. You don't have some weird double motive, and you're gonna stab this thing, right?
No.
Because
This is
I just need to know your true feelings about this, both of you.
I'm just curious. I want to know what the character wants to know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
This is everything I love to study. This is
Sure.
literally like my life's work.
Okay, it seems to have calmed down, and it's still trying to like push itself back up, but it's not flailing as much.
I'm going to finally walk all the way up to it.
Sure, it's wary as fuck, but it's not doing anything.
Alright, I'm going to turn you around now. I hope that's the right way around. Oldak.
What?
Is this thing heavy?
Are you gonna touch it?
Yeah, I very, very gently touch it.
So you as you get close, you notice that it is emanating this deep blue with a green tint sort of color to it. Before you could see red as you were getting up close to it. I forgot to mention, but you could kind of see like a red glow, but now it's blue and green. And you're touching it? You trying to like flip it like a frisbee?
No, I'm not trying to flip it like a fucking frisbee. I'm trying to like if you
Alright,
saw
yeah.
like a snail upside down on the
Sure.
sidewalk, you would help it back up.
Sure. Alright, you grab onto the side, and it jumps a little bit, but it doesn't do anything. You now notice its tendrils actually have little barbs on the end. And then as you're flipping it around, it sort of lingers for a second, and then it starts doing basically what a jellyfish does to keep itself upright, though it just seems to be floating in the air. And it changes color again, and now it is pink.
Pink is usually a good sign, right?
And this sticky little creature nuzzles up against you.
Oh my god! Oh my god, I fucking love this thing so much. This is way better than the rat.
The red that fucking bit. Yeah, I agree.
Holy shit.
So on closer inspection, I'll give you a better image of this thing. Oh well, you can kind of see it, but here's a full image in general for you.
We should have a D&D thing.
Yeah, I think you need a D&D chat.
Oh my god, that is so disturbing and cute.
Lane knows.
I approve of.
So
It's like a bulldog.
it it doesn't speak, but it does put out these sort of purring, chattering noises that I can't really mimic.
He's drawn to emotion, and Lane knows this. He's like drawn to like different kinds of emotions and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the colors represent his emotion.
He's actually psychic, so he can tell your emotions, which is why I needed to know like what your true intention was, because he would know.
So he'd be fucking freaking out if I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah, if you were thinking, this thing's gonna make some nice shoes, and you were like, here, kitty, 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 then he would be like, oh, fuck this shit.
So this thing is the thing that works for music, or like supposedly.
Generally speaking, things like this don't just exist in areas for no reason. Either it has a hive nearby for some really weird reason, or it's like something's pet or servant. I mean, they do make for excellent scouts, considering they're, like, floating creatures. Or you would assume it.
So this thing. So each fire.
Yeah,
Fire camp has 2 days.
maybe.
Question: is it hungry and does it like food?
Let me double check.
I have a day's worth of predictions. I am willing.
It's emanating a green and pink mix of color.
Is it? Sure.
It doesn't eat food.
It doesn't.
No.
Does it?
No.
This is like don't get got. Usually I would.
I'm gonna give you a secret. They can't feed off of you guys. I don't think. Are any of you psionics? Anyway, yeah, so this is a flump, and it's got some injury on its, like, mushroom body, which you can see is semi-transparent, but it'll be fine, probably. No, it looks like it hit something trying to flee you, probably that branch, and then it ended up impacting the ground, so it was either the ground impact or the tree that ended up doing it.
Don't tempt me. I will give this guy cure wounds.
I was just thinking that. I was literally just thinking that.
Overall, he seems to be fine. He's just got a dent. So yeah, this thing's here now, and it seems to be very interested in you two, as it emanates an even stronger green color than before.
That'll get me.
It grabs it. What's your holy item, Lane?
I have two. I have a holy idol and a amulet.
What's the holy item? What's the holy symbol?
Yeah, I didn't get more into it. I don't know. Could it just be like an emblem, like on my shield or some shit?
Sure.
Crest in it.
And the other one's an amulet around your neck, or what?
Yes.
Alright, it's trying to grab that. It slithers its tentacle across your chest and picks it up.
Hey. Let's go get to it, you know?
And it eyeballs it with its little slug eyeballs. Very interested in this little trinket. It's almost like it knows that it's important. Like a cat.
Oh my god.
I mean, it doesn't really, it doesn't seem to understand you.
I want to heal it. I want to see what it does. Kailey does not remember, but you can lay on her head. I don't want to burn a spell slot, and I'm sure you don't either. No, that's just, yeah, it's just you get food on your hit points.
Cool. It sucks up 2 hit points.
Glad I never wasted a spell slot.
And the dent pops back up. It seems excited about this. I mean, I won't go into detail why, you know, just fluttering, spinning, and shit. General cutesy shit.
Oh, wait, it's
Yeah, that's what I was gonna try.
So wait, what do you mean what do you mean, do you move away?
like we're like, let's go, come on, you know, kind of.
Like,
I'm gonna be excited about where I'm going.
yeah,
Excited that I'm walking
We're
away.
getting to show Mursh and
yeah.
Nanuk, the jellyfish thing.
Yeah, it's very interested in YouTube, so it's gonna follow you for a while.
Oh, I'm skipping and shit.
Just jotting this down that Faelar is excited about animals and some shit. Because earlier she seemed very mean and rude.
So you guys
Change of character.
heading back towards the camp before it gets too dark?
Try and attempt to.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna go ahead and cut back to them then. You guys are outside of the waterfall. This
Wait,
is
I have a question real quick.
Yeah.
So whenever he glows, does that emit light? Like in the dark, does it become like a firefly?
It's very interesting. It's almost like the color exists in your mind because it doesn't actually emanate a light. It just surrounds it as like it was like a hologram. Yeah.
Like, me and you are the two that would be reasonable with this. Those two, I feel like we're going to be really weirded out.
I think I'm gonna do that first. It's a little weird.
Great. The D.
Well, you can explain what happened.
I guess that would
Okay, great. So, you two, what's going on? You've just made it back out of the cave and back onto shore. Well, shore, you know what I mean. Well, what's up?
I sleep well.
Waterfall. On the waterfall. Bust. Keep trying to find the tracks.
We can if you want. It didn't really seem like there was anything to track. There was that.
Another thing I can think of is to follow the spring down, me and you on the other side.
Alright.
Sure.
You want this side or the other side?
I'll do this.
Well, close. I guess we'll just kind of keep by each other until we go.
Roll perception. Investigation.
Both of us?
Well, what?
With advantage together.
Yeah, you can do advantage.
In my arm.
Perception or investigation?
Guidance.
What?
No.
Last year I'll extend my arm and get the guidance.
No, I'm immune to guidance right now.
Alright. What are we rolling? Perception or investigation? Oh.
Huh?
Are we rolling perception or investigation?
We're gonna say it's investigation because it's specific. No. Yeah, you can do survival.
Shit. Advantage though.
I thought. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, help me out.
That's a bit better.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Let's keep going, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just.
What is it right now?
It's getting to be about 5:30. But
We both have how long you wanna try and find the tracks?
Maybe about dusk. Okay. Or is it dusk right now?
it's if it's 5:30 now is what I said, or is it 5? I said 5:30. So yeah, it's about an hour and a half, maybe an hour.
Or
I'll just keep an I'll try and keep an eye out for wildlife
Yeah. I mean, you see what looks like more deer tracks, some droppings of some sort. Still can't figure out if it's badger. It's probably badger. But no, none of the big web tracks that you saw originally.
And now it's like
Yeah, it's getting to be about 6. Yeah.
I'll head back.
Yeah, it's probably a good time to turn around. We'll just see if there's new tracks around.
And then I'm going to move you back to the camp, and we're going to reconvene. So it's getting to be, actually, fuck, I'm sorry. It's getting to be night now. Go ahead and move everybody where they are, and you hear the approaching of 2 sets of footsteps. Or 1 set of footsteps, I don't know, whatever they want to do.
Yeah, you got it.
Alright. I just kind of be popped in there, you know. I don't care. It's gonna, I got this.
Where are you guys coming from? Which direction?
I'm sitting back. I'm doing line of sight on the other ship.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
I'm hanging out with the plump. Stay here.
Yeah, the Flump's interested in this little light show you got going on with the pond.
Okay, so we bump into camp. Hey guys.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Did you guys find anything?
We did some things. Okay, I'm not good with this. I'm just gonna tell you. We found, I don't know exactly what it is. Snail, flying snail, jellyfish. It's something, okay?
Flying jellyfish.
But it's fine. It's fine. Yes, don't worry. You know, it flies. Okay, don't question. Okay, it's fine. It's in the woods with Faelar. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how I'm supposed to tell them. Come on.
Oh, the Flump's approaching the pond now without Kailey.
Oh, I'm fucking running after it.
Don't
Wait, what's the
be alarmed. Don't throw any weapons.
So,
throw weapons.
The Flump fucking parades through the middle, not giving a shit about the dwarf or the half-orc. Yeah, the dead middle, and just fucking waltzes through.
Like I was saying, everything's alright. Don't worry about it. Everything happens for a reason. And now we have some kind of jellyfish.
And it lays down in the pond.
Like I was saying, don't be alarmed. Don't be afraid. He's really friendly.
Mm-hmm. and you all get ready to bed down for the night as the flump rolls around in the pond.
I like the way that splashing.
Yeah, splashing around, having a good old time. Everyone else, God damn it, I've had a long day, I just want to go to bed. And you bring home a fucking dog.
They found God's pet jellyfish. Entered in the wood, looked it back over, hopped out into the dip, brought it home, laid it in a pond of poison water.
And that's how we're gonna end tonight's session.
I am physically uncomfortable. Everything that float looks like.
Using
This is the best thing I've ever found.
like, I feel like Bob, I will say this. I think you're taking a better direction with it this time. It's not super survivally. It's still got.
It still feels like a survival campaign, I think.
It's pretty good.
Honestly, the
Now,
notes that I
Faelar and Oldak, whatever. They're not. They're Maddie, or she doesn't get me to it now. I think they had a bonding
Let's see.
experience. It seems
They
like.
like the bonding experience.
Cool, so what'd you guys think? Did I do anything particularly wrong?
I thought it was fun.
Honestly, the most wild thing that happened to me tonight was the notes I took about everybody.
Oh, you actually wrote them down?
I wrote down the first impressions I had of everybody. Faelar, obsessed with cloud, judgmental, racist,